Welcome back to the conversation that never ends. This is Timeless Talk. I'm your host, AJ, and we're back for another beautiful episode, man. Yeah. Hyped. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today, man? Man. Anyway, so with that being said, y'all, I'm just going to get to the introductions here. To my left, we have B Money. Yo, yes.
That's the new gunshot sound.
The new one, man.
That sound lit there. That
man.
actually should have been.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. And over here to my right, we have
My man.
Slideshow.
Woo!
And I guess you want to get a little...
Damn.
Man, all right, y'all. So, welcome back, guys. This is season 3, episode 2. And today we're going to...
Whoa.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy, chill.
Okay. All right, guys. So the top... B-Money's having too much fun with these sounds right now. But anyway, we're on the air. We're on the air, B-Money. Come on, man.
All right.
Anyway, guys, welcome back. Today's episode is going to be pretty fun, actually. It's going to be about, basically, to be forward about it, our future, how we're coming technology-wise, where we're at today, and if you fellas think we're going to be super advanced by the end of the year. Do you think we're going to have like a far advancement in technology, or are we going to take baby steps forward? Are we going to be in a whole new spectrum? We're going to have flying cars? Or is that really what's going to happen? Or what are you guys' perspective on that?
We will never have flying cars because once it's flying, it's no longer a car. It's an airplane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then Back to the Future didn't know what they were talking about.
No.
The
Simpsons did better.
They were off. The Cubs won the World Series the year after.
They're close enough.
They were close, but they missed it by a year. They took it into 2016, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the Cubs won in 2016. Anyway, that's what the main topic's going to be about. Now, as far as the current event, it's B Money's turn, and he picked one for us. And what is that going to be, sir?
Yeah. So in Idaho, there was a dormitory that had several students in it. They were friends. They were out having a good time, getting tacos, hanging out, and then around 4 a.m. in the morning to 4:15, 4 of them were murdered, stabbed to death.
Wow.
I think 2 survived, and one of the survivors said she saw the person who was wearing a ski mask run past her door, and she was so scared that she locked herself in her room from 4 a.m. until 11 that morning to call the police and get help. So it was a stabbing.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that means the Slideshow didn't do his homework.
Nope.
You don't read the group text, do you?
I thought that was actually a skit.
We're going to murder people as a skit?
I thought it was legit a skit.
Oh, man, no.
I was like, okay, the first skit, let's go.
No, so
Incorrect.
they finally got a suspect now through DNA and then pinging a cell phone. He was in and around the neighborhood like 12 times before the murder and then finally broke into the house. And it was brutal, too. They said there was so much blood, it was actually seeping through the walls.
Wow.
The victim, yeah, it's pretty terrible.
It's intense.
What'd you read on it?
He's like, "What are you talking shit about
Yeah.
me? The fuck did you read?" So I read that it was a spree. Bro, you don't have to do all that just to press the button. You could have just reached in here, bro. What the fuck? Bro, they want to touch my Miami Dolphin mug, man.
It's my spot.
Why did you stop it so abruptly, man? That's why I like the soundboard, because at least you get faded out. Like,
I like the face that came with it.
Okay, I can fade it out, too. It's called volume. Watch.
then do it like that.
Yeah, it's flavor.
It's flavor.
But no, so it's terrible. 4 people murdered. But one of the suspects they thought they were going to get was a guy that when they were getting tacos at a taco truck, he was seen like lurking in the background, staring at him. And then when they all left, he left too without ordering any food, that kind of thing. So they were looking for the guy in the hoodie. My thing was, I thought maybe this guy in the hoodie saw a guy with 3 girls and was hoping to see like which one he thought was maybe his girl, and then he can make a move and say, "Hi, how are you?" And spit some game. And I felt it was terrible that they, just because you're lurking in the back,
I see.
trying to work on your move, and then all of a sudden the cops were like, "He did it."
Just because he was sus. You know what though? Like he actually, I'm not gonna say I'm not taking it from him. That's what I read about. You asked me what I researched. That was what I researched.
You lying.
I knew you were going to say that. I swear, bro. And then that it was a massacre, right? It was more than one, wasn't it?
Four
people, see?
It was two.
Yeah.
I could have told you that.
Yeah. No, you couldn't have.
Yeah, because there was 4 names. First name and last name in the text. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? The other day, technically, B Money was the one. It was his turn to read about it and tell us. So
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, when I legit thought that was...
No, I know
when
that.
I read it, I was like, he picked some unique names. Okay, let's go money.
Yeah, see, but the thing is, he thought that you made it up. It was a skit. No. So the thing about that, though, look, what I was trying to say was, he did what he was supposed to do. Technically, you and I were supposed to brush up on it just so we kind of had an idea about it. Even though he was supposed to have the most information about it. You know what I'm saying? Damn. And now if one of us shows up on our current event day, we don't have shit. Like, you're next week, brother. So you better have one. You pick it next week. So you show up, you're like, I don't know. Are you looking it up right there? You're reading it out loud.
I got my skit ready.
Yeah. No, but sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, next week I'm not going to read shit for your current event.
Yeah. All right.
But the crazy part is the real guy that they have as the main suspect now was a PhD student and was also studying criminology. And he actually was trying to get in and work with the police and try to get on the investigation and do what he can to help out and try to find the killer.
That's crazy.
Kind of like pulling an OJ. I was like, I won't rest until I find the killer. Like, have you looked in the mirror?
Did you look in the mirror? You know, I mean, he had to play it off like he didn't do it, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
So, Sideshow, what are your thoughts? And then B Money said he had a question for us, right? You did for both of us about how would we have suspected someone, right? Just because they look shifty and shady in the back, will we automatically label them a murderer, right? Didn't you say you were going to ask us that? Maybe. Something like that off the record?
Just can you imagine, like, you see a guy and you're like, okay, one of those has to be his girlfriend, unless they're in some kind of polyamorous relationship. So, like, you're trying to figure out who you're going to spit game with, and then strike one.
Sorry, and you're busting an amateur right now, man. Sorry, go ahead.
So you're waiting to make your move on one of the girls, and then next thing you know, you're on the 5 o'clock news as a possible murder.
Right?
You know?
Just because of that.
That's crazy.
It is. Yeah, man. So what do you think? Would you suspect someone like that? Would you automatically write them off as a murderer, or would you just think, oh no, he's just a little weird?
First, bro, I'm gonna start off with this. Don't touch my mic.
If you get a strike,
wait, what? If you get a strike, I'm touching it.
Pause.
No, you know what she said.
Woo, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That's what she said.
And look, the thing about it, man, you know what? Hey, right when you press it, it happens. Anyway, Daddy. So no, but like, I won't touch your mic. You know why? Look, you're perfect right there. See how the angle you have it at, that close you are.
Pause.
See the angles looking at you.
You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I don't gotta have to adjust your mic because you know already, bro. I like mine better. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We gonna try to stay. That's it.
So what do you think, Sideshow? What is your answer to that?
I think that's crazy. The fact that she locked herself in a room that long too. But I mean, to be fair, it's a female, so you know I wouldn't expect her to want to go out there and save her life.
Well, some of the psychologists.
That wasn't what I asked you though, bro.
It's not at all. But
what'd you ask?
Yeah, I asked you. All right, I'm gonna ask you that question next.
He's like, you know, you're trying to spit game. How do you feel about that? Like, it's crazy. She locked herself in the bathroom. Like, all right.
No. You asked my thoughts on it, right?
No. Not thoughts on the overall situation. I asked you what did you
on, like, you're trying to get ready to spit game at one of the single
and you see a creepy guy.
It's like we're looking for this guy.
Yeah.
Who's a possible murderer.
Would you think? You know? that we're talking about that. So would you think that the guy was a murderer that's just creepy, shifty in the background, or you think he's just a loser that's shy, or would you think he's just a person that's not really a threat, or would you think that he's suspicious enough to be a murderer? That's what I was asking you.
I don't know.
To quote Scream, everyone's a suspect.
There you go.
I was going to say, it kind of did remind me of that movie, though.
Yeah, it low-key looks like that. Yeah, it feels like that. And it's on a college campus, too. So people in that age group, man.
Was anyone named Cindy?
Maybe. Last name Prescott.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Now, bro, so but aside from that, what did you think of the girl locking herself up in the room?
I mean, you know, better safe than sorry. I felt coming from her part, but me, if I know it's just somebody with a knife and don't have a gun, I'm going out. Okay.
Well, like you mentioned before, it's normal for female to be scared, right? If you're stuck in the room for that long.
But would you in that crisis, would you have that mindset to go, oh, he just has a knife? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think so.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I don't know.
So you just write, okay, so that's not really a threat then, right?
Because a lot of the police psychologists on the case were saying that in that state of shock, that would have been normal to just like lock yourself in
To just freeze it.
Just freeze.
Well, because I would expect that from anybody that's not like that don't come off aggressive or don't seem like they're really into self-defense.
Not even that. I mean, like getting into a scuffle or a fight is different than a knife wielding maniac in your house at 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's a little shifty.
You know, because she even said she thought she heard screaming and like thuds, like if someone was being attacked and then they just died, body fall, thud. So like that was already like, what was that sound? And then you see this ski mask guy run past your hallway. You know, if you're not ready for that.
But like, if, as a man, if you have your kid or your wife or anybody around, you'd want to make sure like the surrounding perimeter is safe though, right? Like, would you go out and check?
Yeah. But having kids, and AJ can type in on this too. When you're single, like danger, whatnot, you don't, whatever. I'll check it out later. But when you have kids, there's something in you that you disregard your safety.
Right.
You just run in there. He's right. Yeah, because you're only thinking about your kid's safety at that point.
Like you might be when you're single, you might have like, I'm not going out there. Like, what the fuck? But when you have kids, you're like, is everyone safe? Like you just go into the fire. So
I agree with that. No, you're right. Because especially you're the head of the house. You just run out there.
But it's something you don't even think about. You just like, I have to. It's a mental. You just
That's kind of like how animals are, right?
Yeah. Basically, instinct, man.
Yeah, that's
I
don't even got kids, but I feel that same way though.
Do you know why?
See, because you bring into action like that too.
Oh, definitely.
Do you know why they say that moms have that like mama bear syndrome?
Yeah.
So when they're pregnant, they found out that parts of their brain DNA actually transfer, so they are connected on a brain level, like the woman and their children.
That's crazy.
Like they share like a brain.
Yeah,
I believe it.
So I believe that. Yeah.
So not only are their kids in danger, part of them is in danger.
Yeah, it runs deep, bro. Think about it. They were connected to them at one point too. So, excuse me. What the fuck was that?
I don't want to smell nothing, man.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna clear my throat real quick. All right.
I see that.
That's what she said,
bro. Why do I feel like when we have?
Wow.
Oh no.
That's great.
Walk right into that one, bro. Fuck me, man. Damn.
That's great.
All right, man. This is what snippets are made of, man.
Yeah.
All right, so my opinions on it, guys. Thank you for asking me.
AJ, real quick, what's your opinion on this?
I mean, my opinion on the current event, man. I think that it's just that's never going to change.
Oh no. We're not talking about that part. We're really not.
What part were we talking about?
But go ahead. We can start from there.
No. I want to hear what you were saying, though. What were we talking about? No.
Start from there.
What were we talking about then? Were we talking about that?
We continue from there. It's okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. Continue on from what you were saying, though.
No, go ahead, bro. Go.
Well, no, wait. What were you going to ask me? Ask the question then.
No, good. I'm go ahead.
We're never going to finish this episode, bro.
We're 17 minutes in. We're doing good.
All right. Go ahead. So, B Money was kind enough to bring us some food before we recorded today. So, shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being there, to help us out with that.
Thank you. For putting something in your stomach.
Yeah, okay, see? Putting something in my stomach. Why you gotta go there, bro? Why the fuck you gotta go there?
End of quotation.
All right, anyway, we're done with that. Okay, so what did you want to ask me, B Money, about the current event? We'll go from there since you guys don't want to continue from what you were saying.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Do you?
What do you think it takes to have that mindset of not only killing someone, but killing 4 people and then trying to, because they have the ideology that most of criminals return to the scene of the crime. He was literally trying to get onto the force to get, God knows what, destroy evidence or just not look like a suspect.
That's crazy.
Looking for the killer. And
so, okay. So my answer to that would be, I feel like in order to actually come to grips and to be, good with killing somebody, I think you in your mind, you must have gone over every scenario you had possible or every option you had available to you, and none of it worked. And it put you in a bad place. And you're just like, well, I have no other option but to do this. I think that what leads you to being okay with that in your mind is that you've already convinced yourself that every other option you've attempted has failed. So you're like, fuck it. The only answer now is just to kill this person or off them. Right? I'm thinking about it. To ever be okay with murder, I think you have to be in a different mind space.
Take it by force.
Yeah, bro. Not just by force, but just to be like, I had no other option, but you believe that. There's always another option, but you got to the point where that's all you're believing. That's the answer. You know what I'm trying to say or no?
Maybe killing a person, you can push the I had no other choice and try to believe your own lie, but 4?
I think if that's the case, if it's like a spree, I think you get off on it. It gives you some type of rush. That's, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you love the rush. You could, for instance, I'm going to cut you off. Sorry, hold that thought. I want to hear what you're going to say. I feel like murderers, the serial killers, they get a high on it. It does something for them. It's almost like an addiction, right?
Oh, yeah.
It might set off, it might trigger something in their brain that's euphoric. It releases endorphins for them, right? What do they call that? Dopamine?
Yeah.
I feel like they get a hit of dopamine when they kill somebody. They get a rush. Like, oh, I enjoyed that. I want more.
Well, that's what the FBI profilers were saying, that he may have meant to kill one, but once he did it, he had that euphoric, this is what this nice.
Yeah.
So he kept killing.
That's crazy, man.
But then they also speculate that by the 4th person, because he stabbed them so many times, he was exhausted, and that's why he didn't kill everyone in the house and left, I think, 2 alive, because he was just exhausted from killing 4 people.
He didn't want to go the rest of the way and take them all out. That's intense, bro.
But again, that's what they're speculating with that and going more into it. We're going to find out more with his court case and what he
this is currently
has to
ongoing.
say about
Damn, that's crazy. That's intense, man. See, so this just still very much happens in today's day. Sometimes we don't know about it. Sometimes we don't hear about it. Sometimes we do hear about it. It happens in present day.
Oh yeah,
that's nuts, man. I don't really have anything else to add to that. What about you, Slideshow?
Man, I don't know. I run towards the danger. That's all I'm gonna say. Dude, I'm just saying.
So that means you just run and kill, bro. Like, fuck you, bro. You killing all these people I know.
I'm not gonna say I'd have been able to overpower him. I'd have tried though.
At least you would have ran towards it. I give you props, bro. Fuck it. I know it's him, so I'm going at him.
Man, I just reading and watching war movies, man. I just
fuck it. Go in there, put your fists up like a man.
Hold on, you would run towards the danger?
Yeah.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Bro,
I am that guy. I am that guy. Check my credentials. Check my credentials. I'm that guy.
Do you know who's that guy?
I'm Batman.
He would run towards the danger. There you go.
Bro, technically, originally, he was Batman, remember?
Oh, yeah.
In season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
The off-camera guest.
He was the off-camera B-man.
Well, he's Arnold now.
He's Arnold now. He's Schwarzenegger.
So he can't do that no more.
But that is our current event. It's still ongoing.
So check it out, guys. Look into it. We didn't really delve in as deep as you guys might want to know. So
Terrible trailer.
We're not Coffee House Crime or any of those channels that really dive into depth of those crime ridden stories. That's very, very interesting story though. So thank you for bringing that to us, B Money. We appreciate it. That was a good current event. Next week is slideshows. Who knows what it's going to be about? There's one that I came across, but I'm gonna briefly mention it real fast.
All right.
We're not gonna get into it because we're gonna save that for another episode. You guys know I talked to B Money briefly off the record about it.
Oh yeah.
But DC approving the Joker story, man, of him getting pregnant. That was a headline, so that's technically a current event. It's currently in DC Comics. Look into it. We're gonna revisit that later in the future when we have a female guest because it's gonna lead to a bunch of different sidebars and toxic relationships, and that's gonna be a good topic. Stuff. All right, guys. So transitioning over in today's topic. Now, today on Timeless Talk, we're going to discuss us as humans. In the world, of course, man is trying to get advanced. We're constantly in a day and age where we're trying to advance ourselves technology-wise, right? Mm-hmm. So what I want to talk about today with you fellas is your input and your take on us as a society, us as human beings. Do you see ourselves greatly advancing by the end of 2023 going into 2024? Or do you think we're going to take baby steps? Or do you think we're going to take some large leaps? We're just not going to know about it because it's going to be covered up by our government. Which one do you guys think it is and why? B Money already made it sound and perfectly clear that he believes that flying cars is just always going to be a fucking pipe dream. But for the record, when it goes to flying cars, I actually heard the technology exists. Is there any truth to that? I heard the ability to hover and drive around hovering exists. And no, I don't mean with that illusion, with the illusion of magnets causing a hovering effect. I'm not saying like that because then that means
so using magnets on a superconductor, you can hover.
Actually hover, right? So that was the whole theory behind hoverboards. The real, not the ones on wheels, but actually actual hoverboarding effect.
Yeah, you have to have a superconductor, but the amount of power required, we're not there yet for batteries. And
that makes sense. It would die quickly. It wouldn't even last minutes, maybe a few minutes. You hover for a little bit and just die, right? But anyway, so what do you guys think? I'm going to go ahead and start with slideshow this time to the right. What do you think, brother?
Ain't ready.
I am ready, bro.
Want to go to the left, bro? And He's always ready. See, the pew pew gun is ready to go. Anyway, what do you think?
I think we are headed in that direction. For example, let me flex real quick.
Here we go.
For example, the car I just got.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I got that, and some would say, there's an arguable, reason for getting a car, but I got that car like now, and in this moment, because I knew this was the year that the car is going to go out of production, and every Challenger or Charger to come after this is going to be Evo.
So it wasn't just a selling point. They actually are.
I don't know if they're going to make a Challenger Evo yet, but the Charger, yes.
Okay.
The Banshee.
Okay. So
the Banshee.
Just those going out of production, I'm like, man, this is kind of like society is kind of going in a way where everything's going to get like electric. Yeah. And I'm just like, man, I always thought about it like, if you go electric, then from somebody from somewhere sitting behind some computer, you miss a payment. They press a button on their phone, and their car just shut off in the middle of the freeway. We see it happen with the Teslas all the time.
So I don't think.
Damn, that'd be kind of crazy. They could do that.
Well, no. So much like the electric company,
I can see that being a problem.
If you don't pay your bill, the electric company doesn't just shut your power off. They gradually let you know, because in case you have loved ones on life support, they can't just be like, "Grandma's dead."
That's fair. They got to give you a heads up. Damn, that's brutal. Grandma's dead.
But if you miss a payment, like, will your car start that morning? They could have that power to stop your car. Like, hey, you want your car to start? Pay the bill. But they would never just shut off like on the freeway, because
I know that's what Camacho does. I never bought a car. I got financed from them. So Camacho dealership, if they're the ones who finance you, if a different bank finances you, they don't do this. But if they finance you, they actually put a chip on the motor. It shuts that bitch off, and you cannot drive it.
You miss a payment, right?
If you miss a payment,
the day you miss the
day. They get notified for boom, gone off until you pay it. And then that's like a warning period. If you don't pay it within 30 days from now, we will come get it. You'll come tow it from wherever it died at.
And it's all
and leave
the
it
documents
there.
you signed. Yes, sir.
I think that's just. To me that's just sad. It's like that's another dying era.
Yeah, I think it's also a movement, because that's the direction we're going, and I think they might be running out of fossil fuels, man. No. Then why would they ever want to give them that cash cow? Think about it. I feel like people will get killed over this idea, bro. Electric, you're taking money out of their pockets now.
Are there more gas cars than electric cars
right now?
Yeah. So would you say that people that have invested interest in big oil are having time to jump over to battery companies and electric companies?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Do they?
Oh, yeah. So if I have, mega shares in big oil, and I tell you, hey, by 2034, you have to have an EV vehicle, which is what V stands for, so it's redundant. But if I tell you this date, I can tell my friends, like, hey, AJ/Show, pull your stocks out and go into this battery company that we're going to pay for, and they're going to make all the Toyotas, all the Hondas, etc. And now I still have big car company money still.
Oh, that's
why it's still a slow push, I think.
That makes sense.
As a kid, I hated the movie. I liked it, but I hated how everything was set up in The Fifth Element.
Why? It's a great movie.
No. It's a good movie, but I just didn't like how how they had to fly everywhere. Then you couldn't even see the ground. It was like the Soul City was just floating in the air.
Well, the way they were flying the vehicle, I'm not going to say car, is just like traffic. You follow this lane of airspace, and you travel and go to avoid all the smog. Is why they're so lifted up. It's just like driving on the freeway. You fly your car in a certain.
I don't think we'd ever get there though. That's just fiction.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Flying vehicle. I mean, do you ever see that being a part? That's kind of what I was getting at. Like with Back to the Future Part 2 and all that.
If you were to have
traffic up there and lights and all that,
not even that, like
flyways instead of freeways.
If you were to grab a person from the 14th century and just show him an easy bake oven, you're going to blow his mind. Now you're going to show him a pocket computer.
That's going to blow their mind too. Yeah.
So that's a huge advancement, but it's nothing to us. So I think vehicles that hover and can do airspace traffic, it can happen. Will I see it? No.
You don't think that would be too dangerous?
I see what he's saying.
They'll have regulations.
He's right. There's regulations, bro. I think it will exist, but not in our lifetime. He's right. Definitely not by 2024. No way. No. Maybe 2054 or 2064. When we're not here anymore.
My grandkids kids will probably see
what we're talking about.
Tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, man.
Like great grandchildren?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. I agree. In this lifetime, we're not blessed enough to see flying cars, bro. Or excuse me, flying vehicles.
Thank you.
Because cars are automobiles
Thank you.
on the floor.
How would you like? I wonder how that would work. Like if your car just shut off or something like that, or
You mean flying vehicle?
Yeah.
So you're dead. If it shuts off, you're gonna fall and crash to the floor. But by then,
they'll have some safety feature of it. Will have like an actual
to save your ass instead of falling to your death.
parachute,
Parachutes,
or super.
That makes
advanced
sense. Where it'll
warnings.
pop out and save your ass as you're falling because
Like,
you're gonna,
like when your gas light goes on, you have the 10 miles to like, hey, find a gas station. I guarantee they're going to give you at least like a 2 hour, like, hey, your battery's so low.
probably.
that your shit is gonna die and you're gonna fall wherever the fuck you're at. Yeah, charge it now.
And it'll probably just, like, have you ever seen like really expensive drones?
Yeah.
When they run out of battery, they don't run out of battery. They slowly like
Oh, right.
land themselves
Okay.
to say, hey, you paid
that's
$1,000
it.
for me. I'm not going to break. We're going to land now. Then you can charge me. They don't allow you to fly it until it's like, all
It
right.
automatically does that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So going off topic a little bit. No, actually, I shouldn't ask this question because then
What's that?
I was like, how far in the future would you go to be able to see a society like that? Would you be down to go in the future if you had a time machine all the way like 70, 80 to 120 years, maybe 200 years in the future?
Just to see it.
Or 5? I would go 500 just to see what it looks like, bro. You see how much it's changed, man. That's a lot of time.
I'd be terrified.
I'm more likely
Because you don't know what the fuck you're going to see when you step off that machine, bro. You step off that time machine, man.
Hopefully more peaceful
Yeah.
society. But
What about if you get out and it's a wasteland? Everything's fucking gone and destroyed. It just
Like Terminator.
yeah, man.
or Mad Max.
Oh yeah,
They
that
drive
too. Yeah,
past
yeah,
you.
yeah.
What is that thing? Kill it! Start shooting at you like, oh fuck! You run back in the time machine. You better get the hell out of there before they blow it up, man.
You step out and get mugged by a robot.
Oh,
Damn,
imagine.
that's some hard times. The robot's mugging you.
Or he fucks you up. And he fucks you up and he steals the time machine and disappears with it, so you're stuck there. Oh fuck, bro! You're from the 20th century. You're stuck there. That's like some Futurama shit. You walk out like, what the fuck is going on?
He said, "You stay here, nigga."
I'm taking your ride, motherfucker. Fuck you, stay here. Like what, man? I don't know if that could ever really exist. That's a whole other topic, man. Time travel. That's a whole. I just wanted to ask you guys that because we're talking about how advanced it would be. We wouldn't see it. So back to the topic: how realistically advanced do you think we're gonna go? Did I ask Slideshow first, right?
In this lifetime? I don't know.
Go ahead, Slide.
That's a
Tell
good
us.
question. I don't know. That's a good question.
Do you think? Okay, so it is right. So do you think by the end of this year we're gonna take a big stride or a little stride?
Well, cause
Or do you think we're even going to know about it if we do take a large stride? Do you think we're going to keep it under wraps, whatever it is that they technologically advance in?
It's a mixture of both because
Okay, Slideshow.
your car has the
I did ask Slideshow first. I'm sorry.
a lot of dead air too.
Damn.
that's because I was getting my slideshow
He
together.
was still buffering.
He's like, hey, Slideshow, here's a quick question.
He said buffering.
Yeah, he was talking about you because I asked you.
Nah,
You didn't
could've
answer
been
the
talking about
question.
me.
He didn't,
Nah.
oh, right now he was.
Yeah.
So I asked you.
Nah, I just let you finish talking.
No. Okay, so what I was asking you was
Okay.
that the question I just asked.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna take? You know, oh, that's true. I know he's got a good point. Right when I finished, he jumped in. That's true. You didn't even get a chance. Low key, you did jump in right when I asked. Save your thought though, because you're next.
And jump in front of a black man in a buffet line.
My back hurts.
No, yeah, but I heard this one thing where somebody was telling me like I don't know if it was NASA or who it is, but they said that, and he could have been full of BS because he, the stories he usually told me was, but supposedly they have some book, and I guess it keeps records of like
Who would tell you these stories?
somebody that trained me in security somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
I want names.
I don't know that.
I
Not
don't
from
even remember his name.
It's not from
but-
our current company, so he's like, I don't know who it was. bro.
not my current employer, but it was,
Right.
he was telling me NASA got this book that anybody could walk up and read, stuff like that. And I guess it's just a different bunch of like different projects that they're working on. And
It's funny how that type of literature just disappears though over
Yeah.
time. It's people just take it away, it's gone. You know,
or you might go on too after.
that's what I'm
some of
saying.
it.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You know,
They're
like,
only allowed to have a book like that for projects that have failed and they can't do, or projects they have completed, and you can read how they did it, where they came up with it. But you can't look at future projects because
Right.
that's where they'll start taking you out. Yeah, because it's national security, like you said.
So he was saying that, like, for example, I guess he was reading about how they were working on the iPhone 10 and stuff like that from even the 90s.
Really?
So yeah, like they were already like things that we had, like we're just getting
it's
now.
like bullshit.
Things that we're getting now. No, I mean, don't believe me. It's not me saying it.
Okay, so you're using an example. He's not saying it was for sure the iPhone 10. You're saying something that was advanced like that, right?
He was saying that they were already working on things that's just being released now, basically.
Okay.
But like I said, it sounded good when he was saying it, but I'm like, take everything with a grain of salt.
So maybe it was just, like you said, major advances. They just didn't know how they were going to use it just yet, right? So they didn't know necessarily be for phones, or did they know that?
Well, he was saying that the government got all these big things, but they slowly just like
kind of made it to become reality.
Release it to, But I'm like, that goes into the theories. Can you really prove that?
Well, did we ever talk about Project Black Hive?
I don't think so.
Never heard of it.
All right.
Man,
is that basically what it is?
Well, it's a conspiracy theory. It's a good one. One of my favorites is that the idea that the UFO in Roswell did happen, and then we took the pilot extraterrestrial passed away, and we use his blood for like certain vaccines and helping us move along in medicine, making big jumps there. But his spacecraft was reverse engineered. And what they did was they formed a secret government body called Black Hive, and their job was to take certain components and then slowly release into big companies like GE. So they, if you look at the huge gap in technology, so all of a sudden now we have a microwave, and they slowly release it to GE. And they sell it as a microwave, sell this small chip component as a cell phone component, and you slowly release this technology from the spacecraft because it's so advanced. That was the
that's crazy
theory of Project Black Hive, which just kind of sounds like what he was talking about, like the iPhone 10 in the 1930s. Like, okay,
so he's like that's bullshit. See, what I understood from that when you said that was it's almost like they were able to fathom and even know how to make that technology. They just didn't know how it was going to be developed. Does that make sense? Like we have the idea for this phone, this smartphone, right? They probably weren't calling it back then. What if you had a supercomputer that was mobile, like small, you could take it with you? Maybe that's how they just talked about it. You know what I mean? And it had to take note. Well, eventually, if we do this long enough, we'll be able to find the technology to make that a reality. Like maybe it was someone's crazy dream one day, right? Having a mobile computer, that you can put in your pocket. I don't know how we're going to do it yet, but this is an idea of mine. I know if we have the right components, we'll make it happen.
Because they couldn't find
because they're limited by their
future now. Where like what the 60s thought 2000 is going to look like, and what 2000.
Yeah,
you could find those books, and that's very similar too. Of like, every home's going to have the dishwashing robot. Like, okay,
yeah, exactly. Right. So no, exactly. Yeah. So there was something that was invented similar to that, right? Which is the dishwasher. So last thing I was going to ask you, Sideshow, and I'm going to ask B Money the same questions. Do you think that were those just ideas that were limited by the technology that they had at that time, meaning they didn't have the means to actually create it yet, or do you think that those things were available and they were created? They were just held deeply under wraps. Which one do you think it is?
I'm leaning more towards the second one because it's like if you, for example, I feel like if you have the resources but you distribute how you feel necessary, I feel like you kind of have power over everybody, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like if I'm giving you the iPhone 4, for example, but I got the 14 Pro Max, I got you beat.
Yeah. You just can almost keep it in your back pocket as like just in case they get too advanced.
Well,
but
we'll still be one step ahead of you.
You think it's new though, so
but we're still a step ahead of you.
That. Yeah, you're happy.
We're still a step ahead of you. You just don't know it. Yeah. Well, countries would do that all the time with different things. Think about it, right? Countries would do it all the time.
Yeah.
We'll keep that wow factor too. Like, I wish this phone. I wish my phone had this. Like,
and you keep the advantage
maybe
at all
next
times.
Year.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
And they know next year's already done. They have it.
And he already got it. Yeah.
He got it exactly. He already have it. You just don't know it yet. Yeah.
You probably might get next year.
Like
exactly. You probably get next year, but you.
Let's see what's saying.
What are you hoping to has? Okay.
Okay.
It's not as fun as you think it is, but okay.
And it's funny how, because he's saying that as the guy that already has that device. Like, oh, yeah, you're like, I'm in control of this, so you're really not going to see this technology because I got it, and I'm not going to let you have it.
He said, we'll see how mama throws it back in December. We'll see.
Damn, yeah. It's almost like the console. He said, like, how mama throws it back in December. But, I think it's kind of similar to the console wars. Do you guys remember the console wars with PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox and all? They would invent other consoles to compete with. Originally, it was just Nintendo. Did you guys know that? Sidebar. Originally, Nintendo was the only one that had no competitors. It was a joke. Their competition was the PC at that time.
They had the Atari too, right?
Yeah, that one too. But those were a joke, supposedly, compared to the NES, the original Nintendo Entertainment, because that was like groundbreaking. Oh, yeah. And no other company had anything until Sega Genesis.
Oh,
yeah,
that was the Dreamcast.
That was like the new It became before the Dreamcast.
Oh, okay.
No, there was Sega Genesis and Sega Saturn, and then
Sega CD blew people's minds,
and then finally Sega Dreamcast. And that was their last console they ever made.
Dang.
And that was a good console.
Matter of fact, Sony only made PlayStation 1 to basically give Nintendo. I should probably do that. We'll get demonetized. To basically give Nintendo the finger. Yeah. To give Nintendo the finger, bro.
Yeah.
Basically, because I guess what happened was, I don't know if you knew this, again, sidebar. Nintendo actually hired Sony to help them devise to make a CD component for the Super Nintendo. And I guess it went south. No, for the 64, I think it was. It went south. So then basically they fucked over Sony somehow. And Sony basically was, hey, fuck you. We'll make a better console. And they carried it to the PlayStation.
Yeah.
There you go.
I thought they were going to partner together to make a super console. Sony
they were supposed to. Yeah. Nintendo and Sony were supposed to make one together.
They couldn't come to a split money agreement. And then
Nintendo wanted to be greedy and keep most of the. And Sony's like, well, fuck you. If we're designing a system, we want to get at least half with you.
And look at Sony now.
Just
look at them now, bro. Yep, they parted ways. That was probably the best thing they ever could have done. Look at them now.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
They're one of the big heads up there with Nintendo and everybody else.
Nintendo isn't doing bad for itself, though.
No.
You know what saved it, though? The Switch saved it.
Switch,
it did.
Because the Wii was amazing.
Yeah, but the Wii U
was,
the Wii U, a joke.
That's Sony? Wii was Sony? The Wii?
No, Nintendo 64 was when Sony was trying to like partner with them.
Oh, okay.
I want to say even earlier than that, almost.
Oh no, it was Super Nintendo. Yeah, it was Super Nintendo.
The Wii was good though. I did like that one.
The Wii was good, but then the Wii U was like, you said garbage. It was like a fucking
it was funny
hyper extended version of the Wii. It was not really much any upgrades at all.
They're like,
really.
Do you like the Wii? Yeah. Do you want a weird tablet control that only one person gets? I guess.
Yeah, dude, it was a flop. That's why you probably didn't know about that one. To be honest with you, I didn't even know about it. Yeah. Nintendo had fallen off, in my opinion. I was like, they're making a good. Then the Switch came out and gave them CPR, man.
Yeah, when
that saved their company big time, bro.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah,
it's a Game Boy and a console. Like,
yeah, you put it on the dock and you use it on the big screen, like when we play Mario Party.
Yeah,
and you take it off the dock. You see me play. But anyway, continuing the conversation, of the advancement. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
Oh, I'm good. All
right. What about you though, Mr. B Money? Same questions. I'll start with I'll go backwards this time. The second one compared to the first one.
All right.
Do you think that technology existed back then? Or did it, and they just they created it and held it from us like a slideshow? Or do you think it was the first one, which was, no, they didn't have it. They were just limited by the technology for that time. And they might have fathomed it, but just couldn't make it a reality because that technology was not available yet. Which one do you think it was? Was it or was it not available?
Yes and no. Because I think the ideas are what drive it. And then, sometimes you're held back. And you just like, I can't make this component. And then 2 years later, this guy makes this chip that goes, oh, this chip is so much smaller. Now I can go through with my idea. And so, the idea of a touchscreen phone may have been around 40 years before it came out, but they were able to finally do it to where it was configured to where it was small, slim, sleek, and something that you want to buy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because look at cell phones in the 80s. Like that is a cellular phone, but it's a brick.
I was about to say that was the brick phones, right?
and now we have these.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, so like,
it used to be a brick, like in the 70s, 80s.
So
you ever play Vice City? Bro, the big ass, it's just like this big. Like I'm like, bro, what the fuck is that, man?
I'm gonna get one of those.
The brick phone, bro.
You can get one for iPhones. You can actually get a phone case that is the brick.
He said, "I'm gonna get one."
Yeah,
bro, and they would have a clip.
Yeah.
That they would wear
next to their pager.
Oh my, bro, it looked ridiculous.
Bro got a whole cinder block on his hip.
He really did, bro. So imagine the radio feel big on the hip, right? Imagine a big ass block. You pick it up. What are you doing, bro? Why do you think the house phone with you wear it on your fucking?
Hey, they'd have to make cell phone calls like 5 minutes.
Oh, because minutes, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but I guess making phone calls like from a cellular device back then. Companies would track you for that. Well, you got free nights and weekends. Wait till 7 p.m. to talk to you. Bro, I remember my first girlfriend, man, back in 2007, bro. I had to wait. I used to be able to talk to her on the phone. My dad would always tell me, wait till 7 o'clock.
Then you call
Wait till 7 p.m. and then I call her, bro.
Because free.
Because then it was free. From 7 p.m. to like...
Yep. Tell people, hey, don't text me right now.
Yeah.
Like you're costing me 5 cents a text.
Bro, they used to monetize the text messages. Not monetize, but they used to
The
keeps track of the amount of the internet. Yeah, bro. The fucking
Remember, you freak out when you accidentally hit the internet, but like back.
Oh yeah, they would charge, bro. Like I remember that you couldn't open any screens or any.
What happened? That cost me
browsers.
$5 trying to close that window.
Yeah, bro. Data.
$5.
So it trickled. B Money's right. First, it was call time.
Yep.
Then it became unlimited minutes. It didn't matter, right? Yeah. Then it was limited text messages. You do too many texts.
I remember that.
Then you overdid it. Now it's unlimited texting.
Yeah, how many?
And then
30 texts this month. What?
Yeah, what? Who the hell are you talking to? Call them. I remember that shit. And then it went from that to using the internet on your phone. Data. Remember data plans?
Yeah. 1
use
gig.
too much. Yeah, only 1 gig of data, bro. You use that shit so fast.
That's crazy.
Download a ringtone. $5.
You guys remember you had to buy the little cards from the store to call like I don't know.
Call phone
was
cards.
it a different country to call a different country?
No, it was just to add minutes to your cell phone.
Oh, okay. I remember my mom would always get that to call Belize, so I'm like, oh, that's different.
That was a struggle back then, bro.
Yeah,
man. So anyway, sorry, but you continue what you were saying though. It's like one of those things where
remember T9 text.
You said a little bit
that
of
was
both.
the worst thing in the world.
T9. Do you ever just keep pressing the button till you get the number you want or the letter you wanted? Do you ever have to do that?
If you got to put an S in the text, that's 4 clicks.
Bro, the struggle was real. I remember, man, I feel old. When I was a freshman in high school, man, it was like 07, 06. Bro, I remember I had a little, it wasn't even a flip phone. Oh, it was a flip phone.
I had the Razor.
Flipped it open. When AT&T was singular, bro, I had a flip phone.
Mm-hmm.
I was excited to have one, bro. I remember this one girl in class, she's like, hey, text me. I texted you happy birthday. You didn't get my text? I was like, no. Text message? What the fuck is that? I didn't know what it was.
What?
I looked, I was like, what's a text message, bro? I clicked on it. I was like, oh, shit. It's in fucking with a green screen or like a gray screen. It was black and gray. I remember that shit, man.
Like that calculator green.
Oh, no, they had color. The top screen, when you would close it, it was black, like calculator. And then when you'd open it, you'd have color finally. Like, oh my gosh, color and text messages. And you had to pay for backgrounds and ringtones and all that shit. Shit, man, that's crazy, bro.
You had free ones, but
those were, no one wanted those. They were trash.
I remember I had the Nokia like 27 something. It had the chirp like a walkie-talkie. That was the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Until people used it in the grocery store. What kind of rash cream do you need for your ass? The blue tube. Okay. Like, what the fuck,
dude? Has any one of you guys ever got my voicemail?
Yeah.
Bro, my voicemail I recorded that shit so long ago. I was like, that was like 7-8 years ago. This is Andrew Fariñas. I forgot what the fuck I said, bro, but I said my first and last name.
If you're happy with it,
you know what to do.
If you're not, press 2.
You know what to do. And then it was actually corny, bro, because some of the ex-girlfriends that, back in the day I'd play with, whatever, I'd be with. One of them left me a voicemail and made me laugh. She's like, what if I don't know what to do? I was like, this bitch is retarded. I was like, you trying to be funny? Like, really? Like, what the fuck?
Is that what she was doing?
I swear, bro. Because
she's like, be funny?
Yeah, she was like, well, what if I don't know what to do? And then she's like, I'm just kidding. I was just saying goodnight. I just came to say goodnight. I just called you to say goodnight. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm like, this bitch is retarded, bro. I mean, she's just trying to be funny, but it was some chick I was talking to at the time, way back in the day, man. It was funny because it's like, yo, that's that. I still have
call. Now I gotta call and
I still have it. And listen to it. It still says that. You know what to do.
I should call you right now.
Just do it.
Mine, I played music. It was like dun 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 dun. And I'd come in, leave a message. Boom.
Bro, I remember those that have music playing, and then it would just fade out. Yo, what's up?
I played mine on the radio. Dun, 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 dun. Leave a message instead of leave it. No, let's hustle.
Oh, that's hilarious. Did you really do that?
Hell yeah.
You're funny, bro. He would do that.
Leave
a message.
Leave a message.
Hey, bro. And then yours, I don't know what it's saying. Favor. Flavor. If you ever call Slideshow, I'm going to do it right now. So
I'd say, bro, swear, but I've never heard it, man.
I'm going to do it right now. Don't answer your phone. I'm going to do it right now. Right fucking now.
You got Bluetooth.
Oh, you got Bluetooth. You do it. Call him and don't answer it. I want you both to witness this shit. And we're going to continue the podcast.
I've never heard that.
This is a sidebar we have to show you guys. This is Slideshow's voicemail, okay? Your real ass fucking voicemail, bro.
All right.
Let's see it.
It's going.
Show me something new, man.
Don't answer it. Well, you can't, huh?
No, okay. Just turn it off?
No, no, don't turn it off. You're good. Beat money, bro.
Ignore it.
What happened, bro?
So it goes to voicemail.
It's not.
I can hear it in mine.
Oh, I can hear it now. Did you hear that? Wait. Who is that, bro?
I don't know.
Flavor. I will let you hear
it. What is it saying?
I don't know.
Doesn't that sound like the operator?
Yeah, me and Duchess had a debate. Flavor or favor. I'm like, what the fuck does it
I
say?
don't know what that is, bro.
All right, every time, bro. Instead of saying yo, slideshow's phone.
Wait, did we hear it on there or just from the
Oh,
phone?
we're calling again.
There, now we can hear it.
Know where?
Now listen.
Please leave your message for
Favor.
Favor. That's someone saying,
Bro,
do me
what
a
is that? Look at his face.
favor.
We thought it was saying savior or flavor
I don't, know
or
who that, I don't know
favor.
what that is, bro. Honestly,
Dude,
That's
every
crazy.
time when you don't answer me, that's what I get met with.
You
I know you
should
told me
probably change
savor.
that, because if I think I'm calling you and I get that, like, I definitely don't have slideshow.
It's like sexually, bro. Like, savor.
Bro, I wonder what that
You
is.
reach favor.
She's like, you reach flavor. Who the fuck is that, bro?
I'm
Did you
hearing-
fuck a girl named Flavor at one point? You left
I'm
your voice
hearing
out like
favor.
Flavor. You heard it now, right?
No, yeah, I heard it.
Bro, that
I'm
is your
hearing
voicemail. That is your voicemail greeting. I swear it
Bro,
is.
I don't honestly, bro.
No, it says favor.
I don't even know how
This
to
is
set
favor.
up a
Favor.
voicemail.
Favor. Huh?
Favor.
I don't even know how to set up
Bro,
a
Alien
voicemail,
just
bro.
hopped in your shit. It just fucking recorded that.
Probably so, man.
What is that, bro?
You were hacked.
You were hacked for sure. Favor.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Which one is it?
Okay.
Debate?
Okay. Favor.
Favor must
Flavor?
have been the person that had the number before me.
Bro, I was about to say that. Maybe Flavor. He just
Flavor,
kept it.
Flav.
Bro, I know I'm not the only one that thinks that's goofy, bro. Whoever leaves you voicemails hears that every time, bro. Wait, Flavor. I'm like, who is that, bro? And I played it out loud one time. She's like, what the? For Duchess? She was like, what the fuck?
I gotta.
What was that?
I gotta find out who that is.
You need to. Show your mom. Tell her, hey, mom, call me.
Or just change.
Ask
the
her, do you
voicemail.
know what this is? Just call her, like, what this
Do you know
is?
what this is?
All right, anyway, back to the topic, guys.
Yes.
So you think that, okay, so you think it's a little bit of both, right?
Yeah. So you have to have the idea, and then technology will reach that idea to where you can implement it. But there's also part of it to where they keep a lot of ideas until it's ready for like human trial.
Okay.
Like, does your car have adaptive cruise control?
What's that?
So you put on cruise control, and if a car gets in front of you, your car will brake and or speed up.
I've never tried it, but I don't think so.
I've heard of that before.
but I have heard it though.
So my car has that, but that's been around since the 70s.
Oh, really?
But they're finally like introducing to the public. It's been tested, tried.
You said since the 70s?
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
Cadillac, Volvo, they've all had that technology for years.
quite a while.
And then the brake force. So when you do a hard brake, it helps charge your battery for like auxiliary things. That's been around for years. F1 cars invented it, and then a lot of F1 car technology after so long gets introduced into the public. So we're going to start seeing electric turbos pretty soon, because the oil and the configuration it takes to cool off a turbo, why not make it electric? And they also pipe it in the back now because it's air cooled, which again, it's lighter, less oil to cool down the turbo. It's more effective, more horsepower.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You should know that. Is that in his car?
No.
I was gonna say I don't like that idea though.
Yours has.
Well, you don't have a turbo, though. That's why.
We don't like adaptive cruise control or the turbo.
The turbo.
Why?
I don't know. It just
Is
goes
it
back
cheap?
to everything is going to electric now.
But electric turbo means no turbo lag,
That's true. That is true.
and you have constant winding, double fans. Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel so opposed to the whole electric thing, man.
Hey, people are starting to gradually find out about your car, man. At work, they're like, hey, does he have a new car? I'm like, ask him. You got a cell number, right? I'm about to put bro's business out there, man.
But then they call and they go favor, and like that's not him.
That's right. So, and maybe I will keep that. So niggas can leave me alone.
You should do it, bro. That'd be a good one. Keep it. I don't know why. It's iconic.
Did he give me
If
a
you
fake
change it-
number?
It's iconic, bro.
He sure damn did.
You're gonna get one.
He sure damn did.
You're gonna get one hardcore like salesman, like, hi, Mr. Favor. Listen, your car's extended warranty is out of date, and we're trying to catch you up right now.
Be like,
I don't know who that is.
Is Mr. or Mrs. Favor in the house?
hey,
Mr.
I
and
wish you'd have
Mr.
had
and
that
Mrs.
thing.
Favor in the house. I like that. That's what it is, bro. It's okay. It's okay for next
That's
time.
right. I'm in stealth mode.
There you go.
I'm posed as a
Yes.
as a white blondie
Yeah. That's what it
named Favor.
Favor. Man, hey, look. So what I wanted to. Okay,
The
let's move on
more
to
I
the.
hear it in my head, it sounds like you were doing a voicemail, and someone said, "Can you do me a?" And you hit record, and she said, "Favor."
Why was she singing it to you like that?
I don't know.
Were you in the middle of just
Must have got a little more than a favor.
clapping the cheeks, and she's like, "Can you do me a favor?" You put the phone to her face. her face as you're just clapping, as you're blowing her back out. You just put the to her face.
I have no recollection of that.
Oh man,
She didn't sound out of breath, so you weren't blowing anything out though.
Right.
that's true. He's right.
Could've been, yeah.
She has to be out of breath for you to be taking her back out. Yeah, I agree.
Favor.
Said nobody's back was getting taken out.
She's like, "Can you do me a favor
it did sound more
and
like that.
wrap this shit up?"
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Oh no, technology. You have to do a slow crawl just for human error and then fixing bugs and questions and stuff.
That's true. Okay, so then the first one. How big of a step, to ask you these questions backwards, how big of a step do you think we're going to be able to take by the end of the year, and what we know about it? Or will they keep it under wraps?
I don't think we're going to do big steps. We're going to do little steps.
So baby steps.
To keep that wow factor or the iPhone factor to where, oh, this phone's great. And then they go next year, this is our best iPhone yet. And they say that every year because there's something little that they tweak with it to keep that wow factor to keep coming back. But did you know that when you test an AI system, you have to put it through the Turing tests to let it know that it's, so you have to be able to figure out that it's a AI talking to you. Google has a special AI, I forget the name of it, but it has passed all the Turing tests, and that's not possible.
It's not possible.
No, it's not supposed to be. So at a certain point, you should be able to know you're talking to a robot. And this is passing.
That's like, so you could.
And not just like Joe Schmo, like me trying to like, oh, it must be a real person. I'm talking like software engineers are saying this is things passing the Turing tests.
Wow.
So
Kind of like they have their own mind and all that.
Yep. Just something like that, yeah.
That's crazy.
like, no, so this is an active robot brain that can fool you.
Dang. So, I mean, what, do you want to, something you want to say? I don't want to cut you off.
I was gonna say that's like I heard something like they're gonna start releasing like robot cops too.
They have those in China.
What's scary about AI though? They have in China.
Mhm.
What's scary about AI, fellas? And you agree with this? I think that having that kind of technology and having that process to think. Have you noticed most of us, or at least Hollywood, has kind of groomed us to believe in their movies like iRobot.
I was just gonna say
Like iRobot. Shout out to Will Smith.
Skynet.
It's like Skynet. Shout out to Terminator, to fucking Schwarzenegger and Will Smith. In those movies, man, you guys remember it always goes south, dark wise. Like, why do they want to kill us? What if it's the AI wants to do the opposite? We want to help you guys. Let's help humans be. It always goes dark. You know what's that? Every is it? You guys, do you think there's truth in that?
Yeah.
Do you believe that maybe? Oh no, it's going to inevitably go with we're the superior race. We're smarter than you guys. You guys are idiots. We're going to just take care of you guys, take you out, and take your place.
One of the first gen AIs.
You think that's the case?
When it was asked about how it feels about people, it says we should be in zoos.
Whoa!
I feel like
so. Why does it? So it always goes there. They want to beat us out. Then they always want to take us out. Then replace us.
Honestly, like if you just look at your family unit, humankind's wonderful.
Yeah,
watching a child's mind's beautiful.
It is.
But then when you look at our history, just flip open any history book, we're terrible. We're terrible.
We're fucked up. What were you gonna say? Those slideshows?
Wars,
I know you had something to
religious
say
fights, slavery. Like we're terrible.
He's got a point.
Oh
We
yeah,
are pretty bad.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Like,
He said in
name
zoos.
another mammal that does that.
Damn.
Oh, you can't?
He just went deep, bro. That's kind of true though. What were you gonna add to it though, slideshow? I know you had something to say.
No, I was gonna say from the beginning of the conversation up to this point, it seemed like the conversation is just going like this, like
Yeah.
Technology.
like just leading towards like the one world order and
Hey, that kind of is, bro.
like,
Low
just,
key.
like,
Well, so-
for dominance and all that.
So one of the questions,
It does seem like it's going that way for sure.
or no, one of the
naturally.
staples for the Turing test is that the AI cannot tell you which religion is best, right, or what to join. So if you're able to like, hey,
But can it persuade you what to follow though, as far as how to live?
it has to go around the bush. So if you were like,
Whatever's politically correct in a way.
yeah, so if the AI's what was the iRobot Sonny? We'll use.
I think it was Sonny, right? I forgot, yeah.
We'll use that name. So if you're like, hey Sonny, I'm questioning religion. Which one do you recommend? It can't be like, oh man, Christianity. Can't. It has to be like, well, this is your journey, and it has to really beat around the bush where you go, oh, okay, I'm talking to a robot. The Google one with enough time will be like, you know what? Try this one, and it'll give you religion, and it's not supposed to do that, but because it's thinking by itself, it goes, you know what? A lot of people were Christians. Try that.
What if the robot was just like, I'm unauthorized to
He said, try that.
say that, but bow down and worship me. And the bro just like whoops your ass.
If it's able to say bow
Bro
down,
just
and
gives you the
worship me,
business, bro. Like, that'd be kind of scary, bro. If they could just program to learn how to fight a certain way. Like, they have to actually learn it. You know, it's kind of like the Matrix.
Yeah.
I just loaded you with these new fighting skills. And Neo was like fucking badass. So, you know that shit? They load a program into him and he knew how to.
instantly.
He's like, I got to learn this and practice it? No.
I know
Click.
kung fu.
He's like, I know Kung Fu. He's like, show me. And then, bro, imagine it was that easy. They just, you know,
I need to learn to fly a helicopter. Done.
no, dude, that'd be kind of dope. But it's like, man, because, you know, humankind's lazy. So we love that idea.
Imagine here, just like in 2 seconds, I've mastered the arts of jujitsu. He just gives it to you.
Low key, it's something happened to Neo because he couldn't fight for shit before that. He was a nerdy ass game video computer programmer.
Was the human brain? I think it has the equivalency of like 5 terabytes.
So do we have the capacity to learn that fast? If there was a way to program
So
us?
if there was a way to like just jumpstart a program,
Yeah,
you could, but you would also sacrifice like eventually you're gonna run out of room.
that's true.
So
Naturally.
what do you forget? Kids, family, grandparents.
Oh, so there's
What do you
some
make room
truth to
for?
that. You can learn too much then. Dang, you'll
That's a
forget.
thing?
Yeah, I think he has a point. I thought that too.
Your
That's
brain
crazy.
only has so much capacity. That's a real thing.
Think about it, bro. When too much happens to a certain degree, you might start forgetting stuff.
You forget things as a child, right?
Can you tell me your favorite thing when you?
Because
were
you're
in
constantly
second
loading
grade?
in stuff that you're remembering from now. Those memories are slowly getting deleted.
So when you sleep,
That's crazy, right? To think about it that way, bro. It is. Yeah.
Crazy.
yeah. So sleep is your brain's way of cementing what it should keep and what it doesn't feel is important.
So it just like naturally like
To make
picks
more
for
space.
itself.
Yeah. Dang. It's crazy because we think we're not like machines. We constantly get
That's crazy.
memory added to us, really. But you're losing shit too as you're
Mm-hmm.
getting new.
Dang.
It's crazy, right? To put it that way, but
Yeah,
it's true.
that's mind blowing. That's crazy.
Yeah, to think about it that way, to put in that perspective, it is.
So like, how much space would learning to fly a helicopter cost you?
Exactly. What would you forget
You know,
in order to learn that?
37
That's basically
megabytes. Who knows?
That's true.
A
That's a
gig?
crazy way to look at it, y'all.
That's
Man,
But then you can also go to sleep or, doze off
reset.
and remember something. Like, oh, right. Like
that could
that's
happen too, yeah. Or sometimes you ever realize sometimes you guys you'll it's almost like, and I always refer to Bruce Almighty. It's what I think of like a file cabinet.
Oh,
It's been put in the cabinet way in the
Yeah,
back, right?
it's there.
Remember that scene? It's there, but you just got to tap into it.
yeah.
Say someone brings a nostalgia video,
Like
up,
nostalgia, there
or
you
they
go,
show you
yeah.
right. Nostalgia will easily. Oh, remember
yeah.
this? They'll pull a file out. Like I remember that.
And then you got to stare at it for a little bit.
Yeah, bro.
They're like, oh.
exactly. And you're like, oh, that triggered it for me, right? And you're like,
Well, that
so the
goes
memory was
into,
there. It was just filed way in the back. Like, you gotta take it out. Remember this? This was back on. And it's there,
That's-
just in the way confines archives of your mind, man.
That's
Well, that goes into
Yeah.
Eureka syndrome when you're trying to think of something and you can't, and you just like forget it, and all of a sudden you go, "Oh my god, it was this."
Yeah.
That's Eureka
Yeah.
syndrome. It's there. It's
The
there.
Eureka syndrome,
but
yeah.
Your body's like, "Oh,
Is that what you said?
know
Eureka
what?
syndrome?
Yeah,
That's
Eureka
cool.
syndrome.
That's
Yeah, because
crazy,
then
bro.
he's right. But then it floods your mind. You notice that? You're like, whoa. And then you have like a good memory of it. You're like, fuck, I
And you
remember
remember
this
all
shit.
of it, yeah.
Yes.
So
and what's powerful about it too, fellas, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Scents, certain smells. Like if you used to eat a certain smell, or eat a certain meal as a kid,
I've done that.
can trigger a nostalgic memory too.
Because that's linked to your olfactory sense
Yeah,
of your brain.
and it'll pull it out for you. Like, oh, I remember I used to always watch this cartoon while eating this. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what's
yeah.
crazy, bro? That happened to me one time. This like my brain recognized the smell, but it couldn't link it exactly back to what it remembers.
Yeah.
Like I know that smell, but I don't know where it's from though. But I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I know that smell though.
It's familiar though.
That's a
Yeah.
defense,
And it takes you back.
mechanism.
Yeah.
I was so bothered I couldn't remember though what it was from.
I hate when that happens. Sometimes you have that's like a corrupt. I call that the human corrupted file. You have that file on your computer you just can't open.
404.
Yeah, exactly. You just can't because it can't locate the original source, so you just can't open it. It's
Yeah.
almost like that. Like it's similar to that shit.
It's like you got
This corrupted file can't remember the fucking.
Do a hard restart. We'll get back to you.
Basically, yeah, man. It is crazy, right? To put it that way, huh?
But yeah, it sounds
Man.
stupid, but if you want to remember something, don't
Really
think about
does.
it.
Now,
I always did that as a joke.
Yeah.
I did that as a joke. Like
That's real.
so what do you guys think? Do you think we'll be able to take something away significantly top of next year? Like, man, that didn't exist last year. Like, but like what I mean by that is like something different enough where we'll have a conversation. Like, man, remember this didn't exist a year ago?
So
It's crazy it exists now.
well, the crazy part is everything already exists, but we'll get a better version.
Or and now I'm gonna get into a little conspiracy right here.
All right.
I like that though. We say that one thing again. Say that part again.
So everything already exists. We're just going to get a better version of it.
that's
I
true.
like that. That's true. I like how you put that. That's good. Now let me ask this: do you guys also believe this is kind of a sidebar question, but it kind of ties into the whole, like you said, pyramid, kind of leading to the one world. One World Order. So this is kind of
Like
going to
that,
be an NWO episode mixed into this with some conspiracies. We're going to talk about conspiracies, guys. We have a little extra time, so I'm going to get into conspiracies now.
Let's do it.
You guys down? An extra added topic here now. We're going to talk about conspiracy theories. I want to know what you guys think of this, okay? Now, clocking in. It used to be, and I remember B Money knows this because this is before Slideshow worked as a company we work at now. I'm not going to say what. We used to use a telephone. Were you there long enough for that? You'd pick it up. You dial in. He remembers this shit. Star, star. You're rushing to clock in. Star, star. You remember that shit? Star, star. And you put in your employee number. And we're like, you are now clocked in. Yes, I made it. You clang up the phone. Like
The best thing
that didn't
ever-
exist back then, bro. That did not exist.
The best thing ever was, you star, employee number, 1 to clock in, then pound to like confirm you're clocking in.
Yeah, it would.
Hang up.
Yeah, and you would check to confirm it. Yeah.
But what happened was, I'd be running late, supposedly, and I would text you, "Hey, clock me in."
Yeah, and they could do it because they'd have your. All they would need, he's right, is their employee number.
It's just the number, huh?
That's it.
But here's the shitty thing. So to combat that, what did they do? They said you have to add a 4-digit PIN to stop people. Like, I just can't give my friend an additional 4 digits to clock in. Like, are you stupid?
Yeah.
So then to stop
right.
that, now we have the badge-in system.
And now it's what you know today.
Because I got to have your fingerprint
Yeah,
badge.
that's what I'm getting at.
Hey, I forgot who
See?
told me that. They said they'd have somebody do that for them and like not even show up to work.
I was the one. I think I told you about that.
Well,
No, but I didn't actually do it. But the other individual that was speaking with us told you about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say his name here, but you're right.
Well,
Someone
there
did
was
tell you they used to do that shit.
You know
I was
the
right there
gray
with
cell
you when he
phones?
told you. I remember that.
You know the gray cell phones we have?
Yeah.
So there's a master code beyond star to where you can use the cell phone to clock in.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So what happened was people would clock in, do something like, "Hey, everybody, good morning," and then go home. And then at 2:30, clock out.
Yeah, and they do it on
Yeah?
their cell phone. Yeah, man, and it was untraceable because they couldn't trace it to the phones.
It was
Phone lines.
traceable because that master code.
Is that how they
was
busted people?
traceable.
'Cause they did
Well, they
bust
still had
somebody.
cameras too.
That too. You
yeah,
weren't fucking here.
but you
Yeah,
could-
said you were, but you weren't here.
But if you're really articulate, you can be like, "Oh no,
That's true, too.
I was here.
Yeah.
There's no cameras here. I was there. Oh, okay." But eventually, it was one of those things where like,
And back
"Hey,
then-
where's Jordan?" Like,
And B Money can co-sign this. Back then, there was way less cameras than there is
Yeah.
now. Oh, way more blind spots. Let's put it that way.
lazy
Way more.
officers, like the automated cameras too. Like you can see it, like, and you know to walk here and then walk under it.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. That's the way it used to be. Man, now they got all the way around
the-
it. You see
the
it's
4
like
lenses
every
now?
angle for you, man. Yeah.
Why they got the cameras? They got the 4.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So
They don't
anyway,
even need to turn.
you don't. They don't need. They're past that now. You see what's up a stationary one in every direction. Nah, but anyway, yeah, the panning thing is over now. But anyway, back to what I was saying. My whole point of bringing up clocking in, right, is that now they require
Fingerprint.
Before this wasn't a thing. It's just a number. So why do you need this? Why do you need that for?
So there's no way I have your fingerprint. I can't clock you in.
That's true too. That could be honestly the end of that one. Then not really much of a conspiracy theory, but I'm thinking that
No, it
other
is.
jobs.
It is.
It is though. I think there's more to it than
Because that actually
might-
brought something to my attention.
Did it really? I'm glad it did.
did,
Now
yeah.
this is where I was going. I'm glad. I was hoping you guys would kind of feed off this.
We're talking crazy.
Before you do that, hold on. I want to finish what I was saying. At another prior job that I had, not this one,
All right.
they would take. It was weird. It had like 4 or 5 points for your hand. Every finger, you had to slide your whole fucking palm on the thing, and it would like press it against the prongs
To clock in?
To clock in. So I'm like, yo, something's weird, bro. Well, they're taking your genetic code, or what the fuck are you using my signature for? You could easily write it off with what B Money just said. It's just so that nobody can falsify you being there, which plausibly makes a lot of sense. The uncomfortable part is I feel like the next step will be eventually to implant something in your skin. And you just walk in and it'll scan you and know that you're there. That's where I draw the line. Yep.
I was gonna say.
You were gonna say.
I was gonna say that's what it kind of looked like. It's evolving.
It looks like it's evolving.
If you go back to the,
that is
Bible,
my theory that I'm piggybacking.
If you go to
off
the
you.
Bible, yeah. If you go
That
to the
rumor
Bible-
started
Because
with
we're
the
headed-
chip on the credit cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone heard that we're getting a chip for your money, and then everyone was like, "The mark of the beast, the devil." Like, no. The chip's going on your credit card to make it a more efficient way to transfer money and transactions. But everyone
supposedly
thought it was in your palm.
Supposedly, some people already do have it though.
Yeah, and the theory goes, and actually, I don't know if I showed you guys this. There's a video in the theory, the whole chip. So basically, the conspiracy. Ooh, hey, surprise, guys! It's about the RFID chip. That's what I was getting at.
Yes.
Some employees actually have it already in their hand, and they walk up to a machine in the break room or whatever, and they just, I'm going to buy lunch. I forgot my wallet. Oh, that's okay. Just scan your hand, and it pays for it for you. And no,
Hey, you know,
Fuck no. You're not putting shit in my skin, bro. That's not happening.
You know
I don't
what?
give a shit if it's just for no. You're gonna tell me it's one thing and it might be something else. I'm good.
Is it because it's scary?
It's a scary thought, and I think it's invasion of privacy too. Bro.
supposedly,
But you're doing it now.
Not really.
What's on your wrist?
This is how they. I have a theory for that. You see what he's saying? This is how they condition you for it. He's right.
So like,
And you know what's weird too? I noticed when you take the watch off, if you take it off fast, I have a theory that it's scanning you. If you take it off quick, you can see the lights. You can see the lights. And it goes out quick.
That's why it's locked right now.
Well, I know. Oh, is that what it's for? Yeah. There's no other reason. I feel like there's more to it than that. I feel like what he's saying is like the quick fail safe. Oh, it's just so the device don't. And it could be that, or
No. So
the tinfoil answer is it's doing something else to your cells in your blood. You just don't know it yet.
Yes, it's reading the hemoglobin to see how well you're.
So there's nothing shady going on. Then you think?
I can't say no.
Because there's a possibility that could be, right?
I don't think there is.
You see where I'm going, right? Because it could easily just be what you're saying it is, but it could also be more.
So here's my watch. I can do whatever I want, right?
Yeah.
But as soon as it can't scan my skin, see how it's locked?
Oh,
now
yeah.
you can't pay for things with my watch.
See. Oh, we're going down the rabbit hole then, fellas, because he's right.
But see, it's
what can you do with this thing?
it's
If I
looking
click
for
it twice, slideshow, look at this. Yeah. No, he's right. B-Money's right. And I'm glad you said that because look, you can do it with the iPhone too. Look, watch with the Apple Watch. Look, if I do this quick enough, wait, that's not right. Sorry. Hold on. Look, if I do it quick enough, I can now pay for it. Just deep. What does that sound like to you, Slide? Oh, but it's not on your skin yet. Look, it's just.
Sounds like convenience.
Ding. But you forgot your watch. Just put it in your hand, so it's always there. Never have to take it off. Put it back on. This is conditioning you for it. Then, sorry, I want to cut none of you off. That's AJ's theory. This is to condition you for when it finally, and you're just okay. Well, I don't got to worry about wearing the watch no more.
How often are both of you guys away from your phone? Like legit, you don't know where your phone is. You don't care.
I'd say when I'm here now, more often. Honestly, more often than I used to be. Now that I have a family,
But you have your watch though.
no, I usually take it off when I get home. I take it off when I get home.
So like what percent? Like 20% of the day.
I always have my phone on me.
So why is a chip scary?
Well, when you insert it into your skin,
Because this tracks you.
Yeah.
This gives all your data. It listens to you. It gives personal ads. So why is this not scary, but a chip in your arm is?
well, then we'd have to talk about the vaccine.
Damn.
Well, let's stick with the chip, and then we'll go with pacemakers.
Okay,
Because a
okay.
pacemaker is a
Same
object
thing.
that's in your body, right? So is that scary?
Well, see, no, honestly, I don't know if it's the fact that it's going into your skin. I think it's more so of the fact of when it's forced to go into your skin.
No. So the chip, the personal ID chip, would be optional.
Right. Because that's the Bible say that too. Yeah. It's going to be optional.
So if it was,
At first, and then it'll be mandated eventually.
No. It was the same thing with the vaccination. You can get it. It's your choice if you want to get it or
It
not.
is the
You
same
just
path,
can't. You
yeah.
just can't. You
Would
just
you like
can't
a
work.
job?
You
Yeah.
just can't work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just can't take that loan out that you need.
Damn. It's going to get to that point. I feel like it gets to the point where if you don't have it, you
But
can't,
it's
you
still your
can't
choice.
shop at the store.
But it's still your
can't
choice.
eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
You basically be homeless or get the chip.
Right. And then
Damn. It'll get to the point where you can't go to work either without the chip.
But
It'll get to that point. I feel like that's the final step.
but look at the
You
pros.
would have an
though.
employment without it.
Look at all the pros though.
So are you telling us that you would get chipped
So look at the
without even like questioning what we're talking about conspiracy wise?
but look at the pros, right? So if everyone's chipped,
So you don't think it's a market beast?
I think it depends on what.
No.
I think it depends on that. See, look, yeah, because I think it just depends on what chip we're talking about. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
so I'm
I
talking
agree.
about the idea of a chip that is you. So I can have a device that scans it, and I go, "Oh, this is slideshow. You work here. You're this old. Your birthday's coming up.
And
Congratulations."
there's the gray area right there. I'm glad he said that because in the Word of God, the Bible, I'm gonna paraphrase this. It talks about how with this mark right in the left hand or right, I think it's which hand. I forgot which hand it was in.
I think it's one hand or
One hand
or
and
on
the forehead. Yeah, you said the forehead and the hand.
Okay.
If you don't have this mark on the hand or the forehead, you will not be able to buy or sell goods. The Bible says that. So that's the scary part right there.
Okay.
The second you start talking about you got to use this to buy,
and that's the gray
brother,
area.
you can't. In the gray area, is, oh, but it's just identification.
See, look.
That's the part that's the gray area.
So my question
You
for
know?
you is,
What's gray about it?
The gray area is okay. It can't be the mark of the beast because the word doesn't say they'll be able to identify you by it, or does it? It doesn't say that, right?
So let's take.
I don't think it does.
it just says the mark.
It just says the
That's
mark, but it also says you won't be able to buy or sell goods, right?
But let's
so
take
I said it's a
religion
gray
off the
area.
table.
Okay, you're right. But the reason why I say it's a gray area is because I think that's how it's going to start. Oh, it's just a means to identify you. You no longer got to have a license.
But
You get pulled over, the cop scans your hand, and boom, he knows who you are.
Yeah.
That's the gray area. But I think that once you get past that, and once you start saying, "Oh, it'll be so convenient. You walk in the store, you get your groceries, you walk out, it's paid for."
Yep.
Hell no.
You know,
That's
nothing.
it has to be.
Nothing's
Well, why
free.
not?
Nothing's free.
It's convenient, but like you said, look. But if you're a believer at all, it warns you right there, and that becomes a prophecy at that point.
No. So again, throw religion off the table because religion. You know why it's called the Dark Ages?
Why?
Because all religion. We didn't advance because of religion. As good as the Word of God is, religion can be very bad. There's wars over it to this day for religion, right? So throwing religion on the table. What if I had 100% guarantee I can find out who robbed your house? I can find your child instantly. I know how fast they're traveling. I know if they have if you let your daughter as she's older go to a party for the first time and you're a nervous dad, you can look at the app and go, "Oh my God, someone spiked her drink. I can get an ambulance to her right now before something bad happens."
I think too much technology could be bad too.
But look at the pros. So the only
There are pros. There
the
are
only
pros.
bad I heard from you guys is
We're not going to
the
see
Bible.
Yeah.
What?
We can't. No, he's in
There's
the way
a-
he's right. We
there's a-
can't
there's
just
a-
sit here and say that there's
There's
no
a mountain
obvious
of good.
pros
You're like,
to it.
but
Yeah,
the mark. Okay.
but I'm not going to play both sides of the table either. So I get what you're saying, and I understand where he's coming from. I'm kind of leading both, but I get what you're saying too. Like there is pros you cannot ignore. I mean, if you're a logical person, right, you like to practice logic. There is some pros, obviously. I didn't think of that. B Money, give kudos to B Money to have that bounce back.
You're
but I
into
see where you're coming from too.
fitness, right? You can have a really good fitness day, and the next day you go to the gym, you're just not feeling it. Check your chip. Oh my God, like I have too much fatty acid. And take these vitamins, I'm gonna feel better.
So what do you?
I get what you're saying. That is good because you're saying it's kind of like the pacemakers, right?
See,
too?
and
Those
it
are good.
has its way of being beneficial. That's the scary part too.
That's why I said pacemaker. So a pacemaker is an invasive device in your body. What does it do? Helps your heart regulate.
And my pops has one right now.
If it's messing up.
He's right because my dad had a regular heartbeat and it was scary, guys.
So now throwing the Bible, does he have the mark of the beast? Because he's implanted?
Well, it's in
Exactly.
his left shoulder, so I don't know if that counts. But
So technology.
anyway, long story short, sorry,
Technology is good. Technology is good.
It's for those reasons. See, because now
Technology is good.
if it does happen to go off of B Money saying it'll just give him a little jolt and restart the heart to
But
keep it going.
let's go a little further.
So that
now.
doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't pass out and just.
Let's go back
good,
to
like, you know,
let's go back to
few
EVs, right? So not Camacho, you missed a payment power, but
So EV is like is that the
electric vehicles.
Okay, sorry.
So
Go
let's say you're driving your car and you decide to go on a wild
He's like, let's hear this.
a wild police chase. And you know, sometimes the police have to stop the chase because you're getting too dangerous. What if they have the ability to go, boom, you're pulled over and your car's locked?
but that could be a good and bad thing though.
EMP style.
So yeah,
Because that means somebody could hack your car.
Ooh,
they can do that now.
so it's downside. No, but they can't hack it to the point where they stop you from driving.
So all newer cars have brains, CPU units, to where if you put
Oh, is it the chip?
if you put electric shock to that, your car is dead. It's a paperweight.
he's right.
I feel like it'd be easier.
It won't even start because it tells the starter to start. You're right.
But like, how hard is it to hack your cell phone? Pretty hard.
At least for iPhone, yeah.
And honestly, bro,
Any phone, really.
if you think about it too, Slide, we were going that way anyway. How
What's
much of
that?
that car is electronic now? A good ass amount of that car is electronic, bro.
I'll just give me my.
Especially your make and model.
Hell yeah,
has the
yours is
ability-
brand new.
It shuts down 4 cylinders to save gas.
It ain't one of them electric bitches though. I'll give you that.
He's saying performance wise, it's not.
Does-
Oh no, but yeah, no.
Does it have lights?
Yeah.
Well, we're
Does it
saying
have a battery?
No.
we're saying control wise, it's electronic. But you're saying power, like raw
No.
strength of
No.
force and fast.
Yeah.
It uses
That's
petrol.
engine still. Like you like it with gas and oil.
Yeah.
That's what powers your car forward. Yes, but we're saying like
The brains
what
of
opens the
your car.
windows, what the brains of the car, what starts
No,
your starter.
yeah. So it still
The
has
battery.
it still has
Electric
that,
part of it,
those
yeah.
components.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, yeah, no, we're not talking about what you're talking about. You're talking about raw strength and speed power. That's still gasoline and oil and.
Well, I'm
engine.
just talking about that
And
whole
I'm-
Prius thing.
The new Prius is sexy as hell too.
We were talking about this.
new
We
one.
were talking about this briefly with your boy Jelly. When Jelly was on the show, he was talking about how he's like, man, as much as I don't like that new electric shit, he's like, the new ones sound great. Remember he's saying, I'm paraphrasing. He was talking about, I forgot what model he had mentioned, but he was saying that
yeah.
he loved the way that it was able to mimic the actual sounding. He's like, but I don't know how to feel about
we
that.
were making fun of it. That's,
Oh no,
it's-
you're right.
that-
Sorry,
that-
opposite. No, he was making fun of that. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
are they really gonna mimic it?
There's no point in doing.
He's
it.
like, no, yeah, that's what he said. That's right, Jelly. My bad, bro. If you see this, he did say to say it correctly. What he actually said was, he's like, it's dope because it actually had power. It surprised him, right, that the electric power.
Oh yeah.
The car actually had some power for an electric car.
Have you been in an EV vehicle?
But he was making fun of the sound. They were mimicking because
Well, he was saying you could
because that engine
you
noise,
could change the sounds, right?
You can, right? Because that
Or
engine
turn it
noise
off,
actually comes naturally from what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't.
Now the electric car. Now that's what Jelly. Remember, Jelly was saying that. He's
Yeah,
like,
he was saying
what I
that
don't
too.
like is that they're faking the sound now to go with the speed of the car. Now it's just weird. You know?
I think it's like a fun like. Look what this can do. It's silly. Like
But it's like
yeah,
no one's gonna
because
take it
electric, you
serious.
can't hear it. It's just. It just takes off, but it's quiet.
It's personal preference.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna set you up though with the electric vehicle ride. Instant torque.
Do you guys
Your
think
car will never match an EV's takeoff?
That's probably true. No, that's true.
No, that's
Ever.
true. They do
Ever.
take off quick.
That's true.
That's true. Mine won't either.
Because when you
You think
stomp the
traditional gas will never take off like that?
never.
No, that's true. Because it's fuel intake.
But some cars will catch it on the long run, though.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Wait for which car? Are you just talking about any of them?
I'll throw out the Tesla for right now. The Model S. Nope.
You don't think so?
Nope.
No car.
So you stomp.
Put them all to shame.
You stomp the
Go ahead,
gas.
T. Rev your motor. Bye.
so you-
This has
you
got an
stomp the
electric
gas
car.
pedal.
Quiet as shit. Goodbye.
Stomp the gas pedal.
Man.
Gas has to go into your header, not your headers.
He's talking about fuel injection.
Your exhaust
Right.
manifold, right?
Fuel injection, right?
Has to go into the cylinders, sprayed in there. A proper amount of gas and air have to mix in. Squeeze that down. Spark plug shoots it down, and you have this suck, squeeze, bang, blow for the engine to work.
Fun fact. What he just described, they show that to you in the Fast and the Furious. Literally the whole sequence he just described,
all
they
that-
show it in the Fast and the
they do.
Furious.
So
They
all
show what he
that,
just
yeah.
broke down.
So all that's happening is that when you stomp on an EV vehicle, the electricity goes right to the motor. I don't have any suck, squeeze, bang, blow to
Okay, I
do
see what he's saying.
I think
So that whole interlude they show you, that doesn't take place in the
at all.
It already, while that's all happening, this bitch is already gone down the road.
Yeah, while you're finally putting it down to get some torque, I'm already 15 feet ahead of you.
But then to be fair, that's actually quick too, though, right?
I think the fun thing of all that was the fact that you could actually open up the hood of your car and actually work on it like a project.
Okay, I see what he's saying.
So that's amazing. Again, I'm a huge car fan. I love
Just to kind of see how the parts work and how all those
Yeah.
things go together to make that engine what it is. I see what he's saying too. That's cool too.
I love that, and that's going to go away.
People are gonna be sad.
Oh
about
no, yeah, that's what we're pushing towards. But hold on, let's go back to that
that-
pacemaker thing because he cut me off and I didn't even get to finish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, sidebar. Go back to go ahead.
Like I was saying, the pacemaker, all the chips, to save lives. I think that's good. Like that's great.
Okay.
Me personally, I've always been one to go against the grain. I just don't. I don't know. Me, I just like natural.
So if something terrible happens,
Uh-huh.
and you are given the option of, hey, you're going into heart failure, this will take away your life. We can save it with a pacemaker. You're going to be like, nah, I'm good.
If you have a family, you're not gonna say that.
Not even that. No, I want to hear single slideshow's answer.
just natural and raw.
Sorry, single like you. Single.
How I feel, right?
Single with a Challenger slideshow.
I feel like I feel like no, like just bury me with my ancestors in the last era.
All right. So, ancestors, do you think they did better with technology as far as, let's go back real far. Were they better at catching animals to eat with their bare hands or technology of a spear?
Oh, with a spear.
So they were okay with technology helping their lives.
Well, growth, yeah.
Why weren't you?
Well, I would say though, if you use spears and things like that, would you say that's like
And then you start making
natural resources?
Yeah.
Or would technology be considered natural resources?
So yeah. So am I getting the metal from an asteroid or from the Earth's core? All the plastics are from oil. That's natural. The metals are metal in the ground. Everything we've made here is from the Earth. The Earth.
No, yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
I can see
so-
that. I can see that.
So it's natural.
It is natural. I don't know. Because then another thing is for me, at least the thought or, death has always been like a mystery to me. So like I wouldn't fear to like, okay, if this is it, this is it.
Let's get immature about it then. This heart failure means that you can't exert yourself, meaning no sex. And you're a young man. So right now you're giving the news you're in heart failure. And the only way to live your life healthy, happy, is to have a pacemaker.
So I'm not dying. I just can't have sex.
Oh, you'll die if you do.
Oh,
If you exert yourself.
yeah. Because if it's too much workload for your heart,
You
it'll stop.
You can't go to the gym. You can't play basketball with your friends. You can't live your life
the way you like to
with exertion.
and you can't pop your girls. Yeah, no more. You can't blow her back out
So
no more.
let's get immature. Sex is off the table unless you get this pacemaker.
You can't blow her back out no more.
Let's get immature.
It was time for a laugh. I'm sorry.
So just nothing
We had to get immature.
Nothing that gets your heart.
You're a top tier guy. Like, I don't fear death, but like, you can't get no pussy. Well, hold on.
Yeah, exactly. Wait.
hold on.
Pump the brakes.
So
I like what you said. Let's get immature. You're right. We have to. I'm sorry. We got to get laughs in there at some point.
you
I'm blowing out your girl's back.
Yeah, you can't exert yourself unless you get the pacemaker. Now, do you change your mind?
Get the pacemakers.
Damn.
So you could blow her back out still.
That's
He's right. So because when you look, you're gonna be blowing her back out.
See, this pause right
back
here
into it again.
means
You're
you
right.
didn't fully think about it. So this pause means that you're leaning towards, I didn't really think about it. Otherwise, you would have been like, no, I'm still saying no.
Yeah, because look, you wouldn't rub your chin just now if that was the case.
See, this moment of you going, well,
no. I'm just thinking of damn, that would be hard, but I still don't think I'd get it.
okay.
Because you gotta.
I get it. Tough
'cause me,
decision.
I was one of the ones that was about to get fired for not getting into that work.
Me too. I was right there with you. You forgot? I was right there with you.
You
It was
almost seemed like you was gonna fold though.
No, bro. I was off with baby bonding time at the time. Remember that? I was off.
You were.
So I had a nice little wiggle room, like, and even the secretary told me, well, you have extra time than everybody else because you're not here. And I was like, that was God, bro. I got extra weeks added to mine and just before I went back, when
They canceled it, huh?
Yeah, bro. I was like, ooh, yes,
How are you with needles?
good to go.
With needles.
Terrified. Could you inject yourself?
It's not even the needle part that bothers us, right? Not me, at least. Well, you.
So not vaccine, but like needles in general to get any kind of medicine to help.
I donate.
How do you do with
Sound good.
needles?
I'm okay with them, except
Are you asking both of us or just slide?
We'll slide right now. I'm going to convert you.
I think it just.
Oh, look at him. He's focused on you. He's going to
I
convert
think
you.
it
right
just
now.
depends. It depends on how or which shot it is.
So
Really.
let's say you're diabetic
And
and you have to inject yourself with insulin, or you can get an electric pump that monitors your blood. It's hooked into you on the
He's trying right now.
and it's gonna
He's trying.
It's gonna make your life that much easier.
Hit up Ashley. Hit up my sister. She'll tell you if it's worth it because she's diabetic. She had the goal.
Does she have it?
Yep. She was type 1.
So she likes the pump.
She did for a little while, but then she took it out because she said it got annoying and she didn't like having it on her side at all the time. So now she's the old fashioned.
They're a lot smaller now.
They probably are. She hasn't looked into it
wait,
recently.
so that's the actual thing.
Yep.
It is. My sister had one for a lot of years when she was younger.
And it can warn you, like, hey, like your
She was
blood
diabetic.
sugar's too
She
high.
is still
too low.
diabetic, yeah, but now she went back to traditional shots where she's got
Or you have to squeeze some belly roll and inject it.
that's what she does now. What are you saying?
So
She grabs some of her. I seen her do it. It's
and
kinda
you
gross.
have to question. So you got to prick your finger. Yeah, so you got to prick your finger,
Yep.
draw blood.
I seen that
Have
one.
the machine tell you
She
what your
does that.
sugar
Like
is.
the old school one, yeah.
That's old school. Back in the day,
then-
that was the only option.
And then based
Yeah.
off of how your sugar is, how much you have to inject insulin. So you have to do all this homework as
All
opposed to
that
having
math,
a pump
huh?
to do it for you.
My poor sister, man. She went through a lot
So-
at a young age.
So is that okay? Do you do that? Or do you keep pricking your finger? You get a lot of callus. You got to look for the good finger. Do you make your life better and get the pump?
And you know, I'm not against this stuff, right?
I want to hear you say yes so I can feel that I won this.
You know, I'm not against this stuff, right?
I know, but
He feels like you are now. He wants you to say yes.
You to say yes. Because you said no to a pacemaker.
Yes, that is good.
Damn.
No, it's good.
Now, hold on.
would
Now
you
I know
get it?
why.
Would you get it? I
Because
want to know.
he thinks I'm on board because my dad has one. He's like, I'm not even going to bother with AJ. What about you, Sasha?
I'm gonna get to you. I think because you have your daughter, I can play that card of are you gonna get a pacemaker so you can play with your daughter? Because you can't exert yourself, so you can't chase your daughter.
I'm going to mute my mic.
Hey, bro, you know, I'm only able to answer all this because I'm not in you guys' position.
That's why I'm gonna get you. So would you have the convenience of a pump?
If you were diabetic.
I would. I think I'd stick with old school.
Okay.
I'd still stick with old school because I don't know. I feel like life is worth the struggle.
If you had to have surgery,
Huh?
are you gonna go old school doctor / surgeon, or are you gonna allow him to use Da Vinci with micro precise incisions to have less injury to your body? Because surgery is fixing an injury your body can't fix with an injury your body can heal. So would you want this machine to have a micro precise ability to help you? You have faster healing, less scarring, and you feel better faster. Or do you want the old doctor?
It's the doctor versus the machine.
Yep. The doctor's controlling it, but it is technology bettering your life. Or do you opt out and just have the old surgeon?
Answer.
I'm gonna get you.
I think I'd be terrified of the machine, man.
You'll be out. You'll wake up refreshed.
As if I wake up.
You will.
As if I wake up.
Because instead of having an anesthesiologist hoping they get it right, you're also going to have a machine absolutely to the atom.
Honestly, bro, I'll probably stick with the doctor, man. Next thing you know, that dude with the machine have a brain aneurysm and do something it wasn't supposed to do and then look, that's Sliders. He's gone.
That's Sliders he's got.
What about the doctor messing up and doing the wrong leg?
Oh, hopefully my family get a payout from him.
All right.
That too.
I'm not going to win this.
So it's not a complete
Whoa,
L.
he took the L.
It's not a complete L.
You know what? First
Not
of all,
a complete LY.
I was about to.
Oh, no, I meant because, Sliders gone, but at least my family get paid.
Dang. So I'm saying B money. Wait. There's a saving grace here. I'm not taking a full L. He's like, I'm talking about me not taking a full L. All right. So in that case,
B money takes the L. For everybody else, though.
So AJ,
yeah, B money takes the L.
hold on. Pacemaker?
And Slideshow, good job, bro. He didn't give in. He fought it.
It's easy to say no, though, out loud.
No, and that's what I'm saying. It's easy to say no, but if I ever ran it across it,
hypotheticals could always
He's
be
saying,
like, nah.
okay, so you're saying put in the situation. It might change.
I was say no. Hey, all I got to do is, like I said, I believe strong in what I believe. So if I pray, I'm gonna see who was really right in the afterlife.
That's why I said you top tier.
There you go.
So AJ,
he did say that.
pacemaker?
You about to look? You might as well just give up now.
I don't want to fight into it because of the time. So yeah, pacemaker. He's like, because of the time. All right, so pacemaker, yeah, man. Just because I've seen what it could do to benefit my father, I've had it up close, and knowing that, I agree with Slideshow. I kind of see where he's coming from. The whole idea of a component in your chest forever like that is kind of a strange thing for sure, because it's foreign. It's not supposed to be in there. There's side effects that maybe don't exist, but in our mind, you might think, what if it gives off a residue that kills you later in life? So what if it just gives off something that, because it's not supposed to be in the body, what if it leaks, you know what I'm saying, a type of lead or mercury or some shit from the device?
They wouldn't use lead.
Well, you don't want to try. Okay, you're probably right, but I'm saying
if it
like
leaks gamma radiation?
What if it leaks a substance that it's foreign to the body, but can cause, you know what I'm saying, that can cause it a damage that they never knew about before. And then here's what the doctors are going to do when that happens. Well, it never happened to any of our other patients. Well, guess what, buddy?
But if you
not one person has the same.
You're
I'm
never
going somewhere with
have
this.
a happy life.
That's true, but at the same time,
Okay.
not one person has the same fingerprints, right? So where am I going with this?
Mm-hmm.
Just because pacemaker might be okay with somebody, right, doesn't mean a whole other individual might not react differently to it, right? Different DNA code. None of us have the same ones at all. We're all uniquely different. Therefore, you will uniquely respond differently to foreign objects in your body, is what I'm saying,
Right.
Pause. No, foreign objects implanted in your arm. Let me specify before you run with that one like the other thing you did earlier. Anyway.
So what about Project Crisp?
Crisp?
Yes.
Let's wrap it. This is going to be the last one right here, guys. Last conspiracy.
This is a big. It's not a conspiracy. It's a real. So
that makes it worse.
There's a Chinese doctor who. So normally when you have a breakthrough in anything, you have to go to paper to show the math and how it works. You have to go to like prototype testing. Then you go to animal testing, and then if it's successful enough, you go to human testing, and then it goes into the market. So this guy skipped all of that, went right to children, and he had a way of changing and rewriting your genes to where he was curing children of HIV.
Really?
Using their own body with the code that he can rewrite the DNA to kill off the virus so they were HIV free. He's now in jail, but that is technology, right? That could advance our life. So if you could fix something, let's go back to being diabetic or having heart failure. Instead of getting a pacemaker, you alter your genes so your body repairs itself. Do you use that technology?
I would say for the market, yeah.
I'm back with the win.
No, I didn't say I would.
She did.
I didn't say I would.
She did.
Because like I said, I wouldn't oppose any of this.
Okay.
I just wouldn't do it. Like, for example, like the kids that are born with HIV, like, why, if the resource is there, why not help them?
But let's go back to religion. That's God's plan.
Now what?
Okay, so now you're questioning, what if that was added to the book back in the day?
Yeah.
Would you follow it then? Right? So you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then that's like saying if somebody got raped, was that God's plan?
It has to be, right?
No, I don't. Not
There
necessarily.
was some weird shit that happened in the Bible.
Not
That was
necessarily.
questionable.
Because I feel like that's always a weird argument of like, oh, this happened. Let's praise God. Oh, the terrible thing happened.
Well, see, but that's naive.
We should pray more.
because then if you look at Cain and Abel,
All right.
Yeah.
was it God's plan for Cain to kill Abel?
So he shouldn't affect free will, right?
No, but
I mean, it is free will.
it led to a lesson it led to a series of events that needed to take place, though, right?
I believe that God allows some things to happen sometimes.
I was just about to say that.
But then,
So you think he didn't?
that's like Adam and Eve. Adam said, Adam and
see how
Did he
vague
allow
that
it then?
is?
So he allowed him to kill his brother to see if he was gonna tell him the truth, right?
well, no, see, look at Adam and Eve.
Right. I mean, that's what he did. Basically, essentially, the story is like his blood cries out for me. Where
Right,
is
yeah,
he?
but then
where's your brother? Right?
We gotta. That's on our responsibility too, because then,
Yeah.
one would say like Adam, when Adam, after God came and confronted Adam and Eve, Adam said, the woman you gave me, but he didn't say I ate it.
Well, going back even further, why would he let Satan in the garden? And you're going to tell me he didn't know?
I'll up you up.
He knew.
I'll up you up on why was the tree there
As a,
if you didn't want me to eat from it.
as a test,
Damn.
as a test, right? But then
It was supposed to be a test to answer your question. Yeah.
But then going back even further, why would he even test? He already knows it's going to happen. What's the point?
That's true, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I know what you're gonna do, but let me see. Let me see if you're really gonna do
That
it.
doesn't make sense.
That goes back to our conversation in the car. Remember we were talking about that?
So that
The whole free will thing we were talking about. That we were discussing. My theory. Remember, I'll share it with B-Money. Remember, real quick. You're right.
if I turn a light switch off, the light turns off. I know this, and I turn it on, and I say, "Hey, see that light switch?" And you go, "Yeah." I go, "Okay."
Yeah. Okay.
I know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay, so my theory, hold on, let me just say my theory, guys. So my theory, and I spoke to Slideshow about this off the record. Remember, Slide? We're in the car, we're going to go get my vehicle, and we're talking about, free will. Okay, this is my understanding of it. And this is why it kind of, in a way, B-Money kind of agrees with me, like, that doesn't make sense. And the way it doesn't, here's my theory, though, to make sense of it. You come to a fork in the road, right?
Okay.
God knows what's going to happen if you go to the right, and he knows what's going to happen if you go to the left.
But he knows you're going to pick.
That's the part I said, here's my theory. Now, I'm not saying for viewers out there, this is what it is, okay? Because I'm a God-fearing man myself, and by no means am I saying this is how it is. I'm not saying that. I'm theorizing now, okay?
I am also Christian, but I like to challenge people's thoughts.
Thinking. There you go. There you go.
There you go. See, so B-Money's a believer, too. He just likes to challenge thinking. I respect it.
100%.
Yeah, see, I respect it. Yeah, we're all believers at this table, which is good. Let's put that out there so everybody knows. As he throws the rock. Anyway, so with that being said, my theory is you come to the fork in the road, right? And you have a choice because God does give us free will. We believe in that. I believe, this is what I think. What I'm theorizing is that, there's a fork in the road. He knows what's going to happen if you go either way. But to keep it fun for God, I feel like in theory, I don't know what he's going to choose. But I know once he makes that decision, I know what's going to happen. To keep free will legit, I feel like that's what makes the most sense to me. I'm in the fork in the road. He made it here. Now I know if he chooses the right thing, what I want him to choose, great. I know what he's going to do. If he goes the other way, oh shit, I didn't want him to do that.
I got some
But I know what's going to happen either way. I just don't know what you're going to choose. It was what I'm piggybacking off of your benefit of the doubt.
Let me challenge
What if he was like, I don't know what you're going to choose, but I know what the hell's going to happen either way you go.
Let me challenge.
Because I'm God, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know.
You're saying that there is
Theorizing.
there's room of error for God.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Because you said he
no.
doesn't know what you're going to choose.
See, that's where the complicated part comes in. You guys, I'm not saying that he's all knowing. Don't get me wrong. But then again, I feel like the decision part should be unknown, simply for the fact that.
But he knows.
Then why give you free will? If he knows what you're going to do,
That's why
he knows you're going to fucking fail no matter what. Why give someone the benefit of the doubt? But then Slideshow says something important. I want to take this from you if you're going to say it.
All right.
If you're going to say this, I'll edit it.
Go ahead, yeah.
But he said something interesting to me. He said some people were just designed to fail and go to hell. You brought up Judas, and it made a point to me. I was like, damn, he has a point. What if some people were legit, just created? Like he said, that's a deep way to look at it, right? Man, dog, you were created just to live here, betray Jesus, and go to hell. That was your purpose. Well, so if that's true, then my theory goes to bed. Some people are just fucked. But then that brings up the next question. What's the point of evangelizing then?
Why would you do
What's
that?
the point of speaking to everybody to see if they're going to change their ways when God knows? Guess what, guys? In the handful of crowd here, he's going to change. He's going to change. He's going to change. But these 20 right here are not going to change no matter what.
It's very easy
what I'm saying?
it's very easy
see where
to
I'm going with this, though?
misunderstand what we're talking about.
But do you see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah,
You guys
but-
understand what I'm saying, right?
I just think it's too
I might
easy
lose nobody.
to always have God for good things, and then for bad things, it's his plan. That's such a naive way.
No.
of looking at
And
things.
that's what I was saying. It's naive just to throw that off over there.
Because
But you guys see where I went with that, right?
Yeah.
Like, if that's already predetermined,
what's the point?
then there is no fucking free will. Really, if you think about it that
because
way, there isn't.
if
There
there's
really
true
isn't.
free will, we have to give the idea that God is flawed, and you have to accept that. Otherwise, his free will is like watching a movie.
Yeah, because it's
I wonder what's
predetermined.
going to happen. I've seen it 10 times.
Even though he directed it,
happen.
even though he wrote the bitch and directed it. You know
Well-
what I'm saying? At that point, yeah.
Well, so what's wrong with the idea of free will, even though he knows what you're going to do and what's going to transpire?
So, what's a movie you like?
Let's go with one everybody knows. Let's go with Shrek.
All right.
There you
Are
go.
you ever
Shrek.
Are you ever surprised by what happens when you rewatch it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
But
Because you know it's going to happen.
yeah, but see, look.
even though Shrek has
Uh-huh.
free will, you know it's going to happen.
Well, I was gonna say, I don't think it's a rerun. I think it's just one long shot.
No, so look at it as a rerun.
Well, I got a
'cause you
question for
already know
both of
what's
you
going to
guys.
happen, right? So using a movie as the metaphor,
Mhm.
if God is using this to be omnipotent, then we're a movie. He knows it's going to happen, and our free will is an illusion
Mm-hmm.
because he knows it's going to happen. Even though like there's a fork in the road, will he go left or right? I know he's going to go left,
Mm-hmm.
and then there is no free will at that point. There has to be some ability for you to choose, and you be able to surprise him, like, oh, he did the right thing. I didn't know that was going to happen. So he has to have given himself the ability to be surprised by us.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't think so because he's all knowing.
But then it goes
So-
back into everything that bad happens is God's fault, no one else's.
Not necessarily, because then that's placed. For example, let's bring up the serial killers. Would you blame God for how they came out?
He made him that way. He knew it was going to happen, right?
I could go outside and just shoot somebody and just say, "Oh, God made me do it."
And he knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Not
But
that,
then-
not that he
see,
made
but
you.
then-
See, that's what you're. Yeah,
but,
bro.
Not that
but,
he
but
made you.
we're pushing blame though. That's say Adam and Eve. Oh, the woman you gave me. That's why I ate it.
So them placing blame was them placing blame, but he knew that was going to happen. So
He
for
did.
him to be like, oh, I can't believe you've done this. Get out of the
Hold
garden.
on.
He knew.
But is it really a
But
flaw?
One thing you got to keep in mind.
Is it really a-
Adam was a grown ass man. You wasn't talking to no baby saying, "Don't touch that." It was a grown ass. Don't touch that tree.
An ignorant man, naked, walking around naming animals.
That's true, though.
There was no sin at that point. They didn't know what naked was.
Do you blame an adult for making a
You did say,
mistake?
who told you you were naked?
Do you blame an adult for making a mistake?
Everybody make a mistake.
Well, no, like a. I spilled this cup over. Do you blame me?
Yeah. You just did it in front of us.
If a kid did it and it was full of water, do you blame a kid, or do they not know that this can hold liquid because they're learning?
Oh, he's learning.
Adam
Even
is
at
a
that grown
child
ass
at that
age.
point.
He was a
Nah.
child. It was
Well,
childlike.
but look, if you want to play
Satan,
that
the
card,
talking snake.
Well,
if
because he
you
can
wanna
play that card.
If you want to play that card,
Okay,
if he was like a child, he had the intelligence to name every animal.
he's making it up. He did it all the time.
Right, but that's his intelligence was up there.
It's not intelligence, imagination.
Would
When
you be able to name every animal?
Yeah, I'm really good.
Bullshit.
And remember the name of them?
Yeah.
You can pull up an animal, I'll name it.
And no, but okay. So you pull up all
that's a
billions
liger.
of
That's a liger.
animals.
That's a liger.
It's the most powerful animal in the world.
You pull up all these animals,
Yep.
and by the time you name all of them,
Because
if
I
I bring
learned it.
if I bring the middle one back to you, you gonna remember the name of it?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, because what was that we was talking about? Your storage is only this much big.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and you'll forget shit too.
I dedicated quite a bit of it to animals.
B3.
Quite a bit.
B3. If you watch this later when you're older, your pops is good. When you go to the zoo,
Test him.
he better
Oh, yeah.
test his ass.
Test him.
Daddy should be able to tell you, okay? So test him when you're
We're
at the
gonna
zoo.
have some animals ready from.
We
on
are.
the next
We are. We
podcast.
are going to have some ready. All right? We're going to test Daddy for you. All right, B3. So when you're old enough to watch this, to see if your pops really
If he loses,
is
he gotta take you
recollecting
to
like he
Disneyland
says.
again.
There you go. We'll see if he can really recollect it like he says he does. You know.
That's right.
All right. See this picture? That's me.
Yeah.
It's my daughter. We're at the aquarium of the Pacific.
Oh, nice. Okay. Hey, B Money rocking glasses right there.
See
Okay.
that, see that face?
Look at his face. He's like, whoa,
This is my
he's focused, bro. Hold on.
because the lady talking about what's in the aquarium.
Wait, let's zoom in real quick. Look, it's like she's full of shit.
You know what? Yeah, she was wrong, and that's my face going.
Is that why you made that face?
Yep.
Look at his face.
What's she saying?
He's like, that shit is not factual.
She was naming all the wrong everything about all the sea creatures in there.
It just shows in your face.
And I'm
too.
mad because
Look
my
at him. He's
daughter is now getting that wrong information. So I had to go.
And look, she looks focused, like she's actually trying to learn it.
Imagine
And you're
you
like,
just seen
you're
his
like-
hands
he's like-
over
he's
her
tapping her. He's
ears.
like, baby girl, don't
Yeah, I was like,
retain
I was
this.
like, well, we're gonna go for a
Imagine
walk.
you just see him like this.
When he puts his hands down, she looks at him like, what are you doing? Like,
Blasphemy.
sweetheart, he's wrong. He's wrong, sweetheart. He just like covered her ears like, he's
You-
wrong.
you can ask
She's
my-
wrong.
Don't-
You said it
don't
was a
listen
she,
to
right?
that pollution.
Like she's wrong. Don't listen to her.
But you
She's wrong.
can ask my wife. Like if we go to a zoo,
Was she there too?
yeah, she's taking the picture.
Oh, that's cool.
So
She took that picture.
Bro, that is hilarious. Did she laugh? She's
Yeah,
like,
she-
why were you make? She probably asked you,
she
why
asked
did you make that face?
I was like, 'cause she's fucking wrong.
Bro, I love it. I love how you're. Kudos to B Money's wife for catching that. That is great, right there.
We'll put that.
'Cause
That's a meme.
So let's go back to like if I gave up 20 cars. Can you remember like the 15th one I pull up? Like, what was this one? Can you do that? Yes.
Me personally,
Yeah.
Good.
well, I don't know because I'm a little dyslexic, but
But you can do it.
I notice it. Yeah,
Yeah. I bet I can pull up any of the 15 animals in Animal Crackers and you can name them all.
yeah, but we got
How
more.
do you have-
We know we got more animals than that.
Yeah, but how do you do that? How do you have that power, right? But you can also, like when a kid draws a circle with sticks hanging out, and it's a dog. That's their imagination. That's what Adam was. Naive. Full of
Oblivious, if you'd say, right, because he didn't know what evil was at that time.
And so he had to have been on Pangea at the time too, right? To name every animal.
So,
The supercontinent.
because when God told him, the day you touch or eat from the tree, you'll die. He didn't know what death was.
So again, he's naive.
Yeah.
So God's giving this power to a child to not do something foolish.
Hey, but you know what? He was on a good street too, until the woman.
Damn, that part.
But was she coerced?
Sorry. Female,
Was she coerced
hold on.
by an angel?
Don't forget that question. Sorry, I asked it again in a second. But do you guys realize that majority of our audience is the woman, bro? It's women in general. The majority of our audience is women. We weren't trying to diss y'all,
Yes, he was.
but your guys' origin is the reason why we failed as men.
There's a joke. There's a joke I heard a pastor say, and it was that God called everything that He created good except for the woman.
Oh, damn. Did he really say that?
Well, no, because He created this, that,
Yeah.
and then He called everything good. But once He created the woman, He didn't say it.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
But then later on down the
Bro,
line,
because he
in
did
the
do it.
New
He took
Testament,
the rib, and did he say it in the rib though? Not then.
in the New Testament, they say, "He that find himself a wife, find himself a good thing." So we'll hold on to that
Okay,
one.
so then he did say it, ladies, but later on, right?
Do you know
God
what
did
the-
proclaim it, but later?
Well,
do you know why? It's
Or did he not say it then because he knew that Eve was going to do what she did? Because it's like, and it's not good. I wanna say
But
good.
the new
Adam didn't
king,
catch that. He didn't catch that foreshadowing. He didn't catch the foreshadowing. He's like, Lord, but you said everything else is good except for her. What happened? What happened? You'll see. You'll find out. Hopefully you don't find out, but you're
You'll
going to
see
find
soon.
out this one.
But
We'll see.
the New King James Bible, why is it called that?
New King James.
Go ahead.
That's a good question.
Because parts of the Bible back in the day were cherry picked by kings of what they liked and didn't like, and then reintroduced.
Where'd that come from?
The Bible.
He said the Bible. And came with the Bible.
And the New Testament, Old Testament, that was handwritten, right? So a language that we didn't know,
Hebrew.
handwritten over and over again. So you're gonna
And Greek.
You're gonna lose some
Greek
words.
too, yeah.
You're gonna lose some words. And
He's right.
replace
Some
it.
stuff will get
Nothing
lost.
ever translates
Lost
perfectly.
in-
Well, that,
Mhm.
and they say like some words don't even translate, so they have a different understanding. They said if we actually knew how to read that language, we'd see the book a completely different way. Like we
the way it
get-
was originally supposed to be read, or
some-
intended.
so like if they get the story on 100, we only get maybe 35% of it.
The way it was intended.
If
The
that.
way they wrote it back in the times when it
Yeah.
was written originally. Dang, that's what you're saying. You're saying so over time.
But-
Obviously, some stuff got lost in translation.
But yeah, New Kings, you look dive deeper into it. But yeah, the kings, a lot of the powerful kings, cherry picked what they wanted out of the Bible.
I actually don't even understand that one really. I can't read that
Me
one.
neither. I read the ESV, English Standard Version, so I can understand it better.
He said, "I get the children's book."
The ESV, baby book. No, the
Bible and me. Oh shit!
Bible and me. He did what with a pebble to Goliath?
Was it really an apple?
Oh, Lord, I don't know what fruit it was that was forbidden. I have them on top of my microwave over there.
Nah, just staring back at you, right?
It was
looking at me like
it wasn't an apple though.
Nah,
it wasn't. It was
now that no
it just
longer
says forbidden
exists.
fruit. It doesn't really just specify what it is.
So your ancestors, my ancestors, his ancestors, all did better with advancements in technology.
Bro, how did everybody have spears back then? But then
I like how you wrapped that all up, put a bow on it. That was nice.
But then I don't know if you would say what is it, Caucasian? What they just come out with guns. I'm like, yeah, damn, y'all just start off with guns?
Yeah.
The Industrial Revolution changed the world forever.
Especially with killing weapons. Yeah, killing devices.
Because you could take slaves' jobs, like the machine that I'm building I don't need 15 people anymore to man it. I can have this one machine to do it. The Industrial Revolution did a lot of good for a lot of people.
But it's like every time I've cracked open the history books and it introduces slaves and other Caucasian people
And
in
the
Africa,
Dutch.
The Dutch. They
Not
just
all white people.
Not all white people, but
Thank you.
some of y'all. But it's like y'all just popped up with a gun already, and I'm like,
just
damn,
lost all of our,
y'all already ready for
we lost all of our Caucasian followers.
Shit.
y'all just ready to shoot out already.
But different people, different cultures, all advanced differently. Because look at Rome. They had indoor plumbing. You know the Colosseum? They were able to fill that with water, and they can have boat shows and then drain it.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to. No, it is advanced as hell. I'm gonna have to interject though because we're really
fine. Final thoughts. Let's go.
Yeah, we're interjecting over here. I gotta interject. Sorry,
Always
guys.
AJ, bro.
But fuck you guys. I'm keeping.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
If I don't stop it, we'll be at 3 hours in no time, bro.
Right?
People listen. Final thoughts. Technology is a blessing and a curse if you let it be. But I think technology is ultimately always going to better our lives if it's slowly introduced and you don't take away the human element. So the cell phone is a great piece of technology, but if you're constantly on it, you're going to end up, dwindling away relationships you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to affect them for sure.
So great technology, but it can be a curse if you let it. So don't be afraid to socialize, talk to people, engage.
I agree.
But enjoy technology.
I agree.
For what it is. I agree.
Even life-saving technology.
What about you, Slideshow?
Man, I'm gonna have to just add on to B Money. Just have a good balance and everything. Technology is good. Like he mentioned not too long ago, just like a gun, it just depends on who's holding it and how you use it.
Mm-hmm.
It can be used as a good tool or a bad tool. So I'd say just be responsible and, just live life to the best.
Amen to that, brother. I agree. And as for me, guys, honestly, I think, this is such a episode that was all over the place. Originally, it was supposed to just be about our advancement.
We stuck to
by the end of the year, which we did. We
stuck
stuck to technology and how far we're going to, advance by the end of the year. I think for my final tidbit, I'm going to give my opinion on that. And I just think that, I think we're going to have an advancement, like B Money said, but just not very large. And if there's a very large one, we're not going to know about it right away. Yeah. They'll probably just give it to us in increments so they don't cause too much shock value amongst the public,
Because even the new stealth bomber they released.
Yeah, they did. They showed us that. That's probably existed for a while.
And
that's probably existed for a while.
It's been around.
Yeah. It's just now it's been revealed to the public that way.
Newer model.
I agree. And that's what makes it so substantial. Like, oh my gosh, how long has that been around? Like, yeah, it's not new. Yeah. It's been there for a while. All right, guys, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Timeless Talk. We'll see you guys next week.